me on sitar.
Of course it is.
There once was a dog, or should I say a dinosaur. He's purple and red, runs in the house with Wilma and Fred. He loves to play as he barks at the ring of the phone. He knocks over things as he chomps on a 20-foot bone.
Oh, no.
He knocks over Fred, licking his face, humping his leg. Then Barney comes by, and on a whim, Dino jumps him.
This is me on sitar.
Of course it is. Thought this was the Dino's time.
I sat in this session.
He is the fifth Dino.
That's right.
I forgot.
Betty and Wilma just laugh at the horny hubbub.
Horny hubbub.
Till Bam Bam walks over to KO the beast with a club. But his shot is off, and so instead he KOs Fred. Fred will be okay. He squirms and moans on the Flintstones.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Dinos.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
And with us in the studio, we have a distinguished actor and comedian. He is John Witherspoon.
My 11-year-old, he's going to private school. Only reason to go to private school is my mother-in-law helps pay half. Little rich kids go there. I see Warren Beatty all the time.
Oh, yeah?
I see Warren Beatty there. He's and Annette Bening. And my son talks like this. Father.
Would you like a toddy?
Father, my friends are going to Spain for the summer. Where are we going? I said, Compton. Or where we going?
Compton. Back to Detroit.
Back to Detroit.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you something. I'm going to give you that two left boots with one of them with a high heel.
That's right. Jimmy Schubert is our guest.
But I prefer mobile food myself. I mean, I prefer food that's had to make it in the world just like I have. I mean, if I'm going to eat food, I prefer food that doesn't come from the ground. Because vegetables, they suck the nutrients from the mud.
Mm-hmm.
Would you eat mud?
No.
No, then why eat the middleman? God made animals slow enough to catch. He obviously intended for us to eat them. Besides that, what's the fun in hunting a vegetable? Any moron can sneak up with a carrot. Some of that stuff's not even food. Celery, that's not food. That's like dental floss trapped inside a carbohydrate. I was reading about celery. There's 4 calories in a stick of celery. 4. Takes your body 6 calories to process.
Mm-hmm.
A stalk of celery. You could kill yourself eating celery. That's not food. That's slow suicide.
John Joseph is our guest.
Try to figure out the words. Nobody. Dylan. Do you know the words to Dylan songs?
Not one of them.
Here's every song ever written by Bob Dylan.
All right.
Did I get them all? Did I miss any?
You got him.
Holy mackerel, Andy. Is that really his voice?
I think it is.
Come on. You think when Bob Dylan was in kindergarten class, he...
It's the Bob and Tom Show.
B14. Once again, that is B14.
Damn it, it's the same old thing. Holy Geritol, Gertie. I am so sick of friggin' bingo. I wish there were some other games for senior citizens.
Me too, Ernie. Why can't old people have some fun and exciting games to play?
Hold on, folks. Now there is a new game designed just for elderly people. Frig of All Toys brings you a new spin on a classic game. It's Senior Citizens Twister. Yeah, with Senior Citizens Twister, you and your friends will enjoy hours of fun as Seven's Twister.
Look, I did it. I win.
That's no fair. You have a plastic knee joint.
Eat my panties, you pathetic loser.
Senior Citizen's Twister. Look for it wherever fun senior citizen party games are sold.
Hey, is my leg supposed to bend like this?
Oh, my God, the bone is sticking out. Oh, no, he himself.
Because he busted his leg. Citizen's Twister. Get yours today.
Eh? What'd you say?
I said get yours today.
What? Get Doris Day?
Yeah, that's right, Doris Day. That's exactly what I meant, Doris Day. You got it, Papa.
Hey, let's hear those feet hit the floor. Let's go. Today's the day. Yeah.
It's $1 million morning. Oh, wait a minute. We got...
Wow. That was real. I'd like
Check
to
local
second.
listings is a little
I'd like to
sticky here.
second her.
Sticky.
It's the Bob
Sticky
and Tom Show.
Sticky like my underwear.
Oh, God.
Oh, sorry.
Got your powder on?
How many times did you change your underwear yesterday?
Just the one.
Oh.
I was sitting in a meeting all day, so I didn't get much of a chance to do any underwear work.
Hi, Christy. Hey, Josh Arnold.
Hey, Chick.
Hey, Ace Cosby. Hey. He's at the track phone, hotline, hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
There. Look at that hair, Tom. My
That is nice.
goodness.
This is like
Lord.
250 hair products in here today.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
I'm Chick McGee, holding on to my hair. Slowly but surely it's leaving. There's Tom.
You got plenty of hair. You look
You
great.
have nice hair.
And here we go.
Hey, Chris, do you ever
thin.
leave a double-decker in a law office?
What?
No, have you ever done
talking about?
You mean an upper?
You climb up. It's like an upper decker. Yeah, that's
Oh, but
you do
it's
it
a
twice.
double-decker.
Yeah, you
Oh.
go into a law office and you take the lid off of the tank.
No, I've
Not the
never done
bowl.
that anywhere.
Deuce right there, then put that back on. No?
Tom, how's it feel?
Liberating.
Yeah, I bet.
Makes that fee worth it.
Wow.
Oh, boy, I
Don't
feel for you. In a meeting all day. Ugh.
Don't you wonder who came up with that? And
Why?
and the over-the-shoulder boulder holder and beans, the musical. I bet it's one guy who came up with all that.
I mean, there's so many
People
great.
really do that, or is it just like an urban legend?
Oh, I'm sure it's been done.
It
has to have been done.
Okay.
My college roommate became the president of a college fraternity his sophomore year, and
of course he did.
Everything that you can imagine they did,
I don't even want to know.
including the marshmallows and the butt crack up the stairs.
I don't believe that.
Oh, I do.
Well,
man.
okay.
Yeah, those frat stunts. They're all pretty funny, except the one where the guy fell off the 8th floor. And it was his kind of a Greek death.
Oh, frat stunts. Okay.
Yeah, okay.
I thought you were talking about sororities there for a second.
We have a lot to get to today, and something that we've been referencing for the last couple of weeks. I believe we have the answer to coming up. I don't want to tell you exactly what it is, but we're going to have a guest provide that.
Okay.
Speaking of guests, Al Jackson, comedian, will be joining us post-COVID. Al's been wrestling with COVID for the
We'll
past
believe
2
it
weeks.
when
He
we
was back on
see
TV
him.
yesterday. So.
Oh, he was? Okay.
So yeah, he's feeling great again, but he had a rough time.
Well, the big news, the big question I have this morning for you is: did you check in with Pat Godwin? Is he okay?
Yeah, what happened with Pat yesterday?
Yeah.
I wasn't kidding. I really was busy all day yesterday, but he did text me a couple of things.
No, of course, yes.
Maybe like pictures from the parks?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. And once again, Mr. Godwin is in Florida, and of course he's got a gig. He's what is today? Friday. Tomorrow he's actually taping his television special.
All right.
That's at the McCurdy's Comedy Theater in Sarasota, Florida.
Oh, that's the Overbite Lounge. Remember that?
Isn't that a
I've got an audio
Kenny
clip.
Tarmac award-winning place?
Yeah, of course, the McCurdy Awards, Kenny Tarmac. I do have Pat took his son to Disney World.
Yes.
And we have some audio, just a little bit of this, of Pat at Disney World. This should be it here.
Jail.
Well.
He went to Disney jail. That's right.
I knew it.
You know, I forgot to. I should ask. Do they have a jail there?
Oh, I bet they do.
They must have some sort of
they
holding
have to.
area.
I know they do at a certain theme park in Ohio.
Oh, you
for
mean Kings
sure.
Island? Yeah.
That's the one. Yeah, they for sure have a little jail.
Don't ever
What?
tell Christy a secret.
It's okay.
That's not a secret. We talked about it on the air.
Yeah,
like
I'm
2 or
allowed
3
back now.
times.
It's all good.
Oh, yeah, they've
The incident, the Willie incident.
your probation period is over. You can get back on some of the greatest roller coasters in the
So
country.
you're allowed to go back now?
I can ride the beast. I can do whatever I want now.
Did you go in and point at him and go, "That's my son. I'm that's father. Can I have him, please?"
By the way, the Beast owes me a pair of Ray-Ban sunglasses.
No,
you don't get on the beast with Ray-Bans.
No, you don't.
I know. I know now.
Okay.
Can you imagine the stuff they collect at the bottom of like Space Mountain at Disney World? I know they get wigs and arms that people have fallen off.
Plenty of prosthetics.
Prosthetic, not actual arms, I imagine.
Right.
Right.
Well, every now and then. Well, that's why
They don't keep the real ones.
I always get the feeling on Space Mountain you're going to hit your head.
Yeah.
It seems like those girders are too low, and
I
I'm
can't do that one.
wigging out, and it's in the dark.
Yeah.
Who the hell needs
Oh, that's as fun a coaster as I've ever been on.
But there's just enough light that you see those beams and you go, uh-oh.
Yeah, and I still like the Red Racer and the Blue Streak at
I'm with
Kings
Chick.
Island, and they every now and then run them backwards.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do that.
Really
That's
cool.
my favorite.
Oh, you'll throw up. Yeah. Also today coming up, as is our custom now, of course you recall we did not talk about the lady who was attacked and eaten by alligators.
No.
She was just killed by 2 alligators.
So we're not going to talk today about the man who was found dead in a swimming pool after a sinkhole opened up in the bottom of it and sucked him down into the abyss.
Yeah, no, we will not mention that.
Where was that?
No.
Israel.
talk about that?
Israel.
God.
We're not talking about that.
Man.
How about that?
Had a
for
day off, went for a dip.
Whoa.
Playing with the kids in the pool.
Boy.
Or maybe it was an adult-only swim. Well, maybe that's
I
why
hope
there's
so.
an adult-only swim.
Into the
Yikes.
bowels of the crust.
That's
Oh,
rough.
man.
Yep.
Yikes. So we're not talking about that.
No, we're not.
No, we can't
How would we
mention
ever
that.
talk about
I don't want to hear about that. We do have some wine news, Christy.
They tried to rescue him for 4 hours.
Wee wee.
Yeah.
His life slowly ebbed away.
Okay, Chick.
What?
Jeez.
No, we're not talking
But the
about
things he may have seen.
Oh. He kept yelling something about a light and said "mommy" a couple times, but
Did you see his buddy was still up there and he was going, Marco.
Nothing.
Yeah.
well, the last thing he said was, "Honey, if I'm lying, may a sinkhole open up beneath me and suck me down to the middle of the earth." Whoa! Wow. Maybe not.
Well, we did have what was this? We had a rescue story this week that was a nice positive one.
It wasn't that lady with the alligators.
No. It was the guy with the that clung to a football.
Oh, I missed that. That was
essentially a soccer, what we would call a soccer ball.
Oh, okay.
Why isn't it?
He was floating in the ocean.
Why isn't clang in there? Cling, clang, clung.
Went the trolley.
Yeah, no, the guy was. Yeah, he
Bang,
was sucked out to sea, and he.
How was he sucked out to sea? Oh, you mean he was playing in the ocean and
and apparently
Riptide got him?
Yeah, and his buddy, but
wow.
he found a football, as we would call a soccer ball, and he clung to it. And the funniest part of the story was...
Oh, there's a funny part.
Yeah, no. They rescued the guy. He was it 19 hours at sea?
Oh, my goodness.
They rescued the guy, and they put a thing... The story was seen, and a woman contacted him. Apparently, the football was her child's, and her kids had been playing with it in the beach, and the riptide took it out 90 miles from where the guy was
I want my ball back.
Well, no, and also while she was on the phone, she said, my son also had a hat, too.
Yes, when the guy returned the soccer ball, she said he also had a
hat.
And it says...
did you find the hat, Mr. Self-Centered?
Here's the story. It says, a tourist has survived being swept out to sea by clinging onto a partially deflated football for 18 hours. So I'm speculating Tom Brady had something to do with this.
Oh, God.
Ah, partially deflated.
Where was this?
You see,
this was in Greece.
Oh, okay.
A place called Mai Tai Beach.
Oh, lovely.
Famous for their
Every
drink.
drink has an umbrella.
By the way, I want to end this on a positive note. This guy's name, Ivan Shrimfumf.
I love the Shrimfumf.
Ivan's friend, Martin Jovanovski.
Yeah, what happened to him?
Missing.
Oh.
No, he's bowling somewhere.
Okay.
You know
Well, that's the problem. That's why he's missing. The one guy had a soccer ball. The other guy had a bowling ball.
It did not work out well.
No. Yeah.
You think they fought over the ball first?
It doesn't say. Oh, that'd be rough.
That would be rough.
I'm sorry. Right now, I want to take
Search teams worked for 4
quick
hours
survey
to get the body up out of the pool.
I'll start with you, Christy.
Yes.
Seems to be semi-responsive. What is your sleep number setting?
45.
That is a less than
so
firm mattress. Chick
comfortable.
McGee.
100. I'm the exact. I like a firm mattress.
And once again, the way
it stays firm with Sleep Number.
The Sleep Number bed is designed so that at the touch of a button, you can change the firmness of your mattress. In fact, either side has its own setting, so everybody's happy. Sleep Number wants you to get some sleep because their motto is every great day starts the night before. They've got a very special offer. This may be their best one ever, but I do want to remind you they've also got something you might want to investigate. Temperature balancing bedding. Sleep Number True Temp bedding. Oh, that sounds good. Don't you love that nice, cool pillow this time of year? Choose proven quality sleep from Sleep Number. Why? Well, like I said, every great day starts the night before. And now a 40% savings on the new Sleep Number 360 CSE Queen Smart Bed. That's the big one. Now just $14.99. They got a bunch of different beds with all kinds of cool stuff on them. The main thing is you want to get some sleep, and these beds last much longer than conventional, what's in that mattress, springs and stuff, probably straw. No, get a Sleep Number bed. Get the details at sleepnumber.com/BT show. Coming up, an incredibly stupid world record, and we're going to clear up something we've been trying to clear up for quite a while with a special guest next. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, don't say we didn't warn you.
I'm warning you, don't do that.
There's laughter ahead.
I should be having a better time if this is a party.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Yeah, it is. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, Friday, July 22nd. That's right. We're here live. On the way, Jeff Oskey with the news. We failed to mention, we cover a lot of news. Christy Lee at the news desk. Of course, she's back. She was off Monday and Tuesday. She has no idea what we covered then. But Jeff Oskey is going to advise Christy on the news we failed to mention. That's the name of the segment. That's coming up this morning. It's going to be fun. It's going to be exciting. I know you're going to be tuned in for that. Plus, we've got other fun and excitement on the way. The Bob and Tom Show puppets are at bobandtom.com. Don't know what I'm talking about? Head to bobandtom.com. Search for the Bob and Tom Show puppets, and you will be very, very happy you did. Smack Tom, the latest, right there at bobandtom.com.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. U2, Gladys Knight, and Amy Grant are among the music acts getting Kennedy honors this year. The center is out with its list of recipients, which also includes actor George Clooney and music composer Tania Leon. The honors are going to be presented on December 4th. Pete Seeger, the latest American musician to be put on a U.S. postage stamp. The late folk singer is immortalized on a forever stamp in a color-tinted black and white photo from the 1960s. The stamps were first issued yesterday and will be celebrated tonight at the Newport Folk Festival, where Seeger often performed and served on the festival's board. He died in 2014 at the age of 94. And fans of the famed American writer Ernest Hemingway are all in Key West, Florida this weekend for the annual Hemingway Look-alike Contest. This year's event attracted 135 portly, bearded men vying to be named the winner. The victor will be chosen tomorrow night, the day before the event ends, and those doing the picking will be previous winners of the contest. Yesterday marked the 123rd anniversary of Ernest Hemingway's July 21st birth. Well, no wonder Chick's not entered. He's not portly at all. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
So, Nick, let's start with the basics. Are you a married guy?
No, I just got divorced.
Sorry to hear about that.
It's okay. Lots of people get divorced. Einstein got divorced.
He did?
Yeah, did you know that? Albert Einstein, arguably the most intelligent man who ever lived, got divorced. They should tell you that before you get married. It shouldn't be, do you love her? Do you want to spend the rest of your life with her? It should be, do you think you're smarter than Einstein?
Oh, so you're dating then?
I guess. You know what I don't want to do? I don't want to say I love you anymore. I hate that first I love you. That's the worst. The first time you ever tell a woman you love her. If they like you, they want to hear it. And when they hear it that first time, something comes over them. You know, their eyes get all wide and get that diabolical grin on their face. You can almost feel them saying, excuse
Excellent.
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker. And the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like his dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God. You can hear the show here in the morning, and then because you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Hi, this is comedian Tim Cavanaugh, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Time now for Flash Traffic with the fastest man in the world, 9-time Olympic gold medalist Carl Lewis.
And now we go to our Flash Traffic reporter, Carl Lewis, with traffic on the west side.
Hey, Bob and Tom, I'm on the west side, and traffic looks great. Now I'm going to run over to the far east side and take a look at traffic conditions over there. Okay, I'm on the east side now. Everything looks smooth over here. Want me to check the north side?
Sure, Carl.
All right, here we go. Oh, guys, traffic is running off fine up here up north. Anything else you need?
Listen, Carl, could you check south side traffic? I know it's a long way. You could also pick up an iced tea for me, venti green iced tea at Starbucks on your way, if you don't mind.
Okay, that's a little step, but I'll get there. Oh, my goodness, that was kind of a detour, but here, 2 Splendors just like you like it.
Oh, thank you very much, Carl. Carl, could you come back to the studio to sign some photos for us?
Oh, okay, I can do that. Sure thing, Tom. Oh, made it. All right, give me a pen.
This has been Flash Traffic with Carl Lewis.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Yeah, but it turns out I don't sleep well anyway. I've been grinding my teeth. I didn't know I grind my teeth until I woke up. My husband was pouring coffee beans into my mouth. What a weird way to save time in the morning.
No kidding, but it's fresh coffee.
Bob and Tom.
If you irradiate poop, it will be sterile, but it's still poop.
You can pick your morning radio show, but you can't wipe Bob and Tom on the couch.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Hello, there's Christy Lee at the news desk.
Well, hi, Chick.
Yeah, there's Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Chick.
Yeah, there's Ace Cosby.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, there's Willie Griswold.
Hey.
I'm Chick McGee, and you want to make money? I'll tell you how in just a moment.
Let's
There's Tom.
just get right to it.
Should we go now?
Yes, how do we make money?
I was hoping maybe we could revisit Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
No.
Can you not move on from that?
Tom's. No, we don't need it every break.
Making me mad.
No
My
joke.
favorite joke of the year.
Oh, and I've got a question for Josh.
Yeah.
Now, we've
See
been
what
trying
you
to
did?
we've been trying to plan this lunch or dinner for over a year now.
Yes.
This Saturday, I am free, completely free. What are you doing? you free?
He's in Des Moines.
I will be in Des Moines, Iowa, and you're welcome to. We can have lunch there. There are plenty of great.
Oh, you should go with him. Ride in the car all the way to Des Moines.
Well, Jeff's
spend the
with him, so-
weekend.
You know what?
I got a back seat.
Yeah, but
You expect me to sit in the back?
You should.
Yikes.
You no, we
Ace,
no,
Ace,
they-
you get to drive.
Yeah,
They'll
they
both be in the
expect
back.
you to drive. Yeah.
Hey, if Ace is driving, if they leave now, they'll be there for Saturday's show.
You need to experience life on the road as a stand-up comedian. That's what you need to do, Ace.
I will.
Get right in there.
I'll get the bus out and,
The bus.
No, it's not a bus.
Let's point out that Josh is at the Funny Bone in Des Moines with our own Jeff Oskey. He'll be tickling his own ribs.
He looks better than he did. Oskey does.
He's moving slow. He broke a few ribs.
Yeah, he's on pain pills now. It's tolerable.
That's tonight
Hey, Jeff,
and
I need to talk
tomorrow.
to you about half.
Yeah.
Hey guys, when a plug is happening, shut the f up.
Oh.
I wanted to do a bit where me and Chick were going to try to do an auction over Jeff's pain pills. Is that not fun?
Is
right
that
now?
okay?
Oh, so you're going to Des Moines, huh?
That's tonight and tomorrow. With the Josh. Is it that Josh Arnold? Is that
Josh Arnold.
Okay, very good.
I put it up on my Instagram.
Thank you very much for that. I saw
Yeah,
that.
you're welcome. Oh, you
I don't
didn't
know
like
how to
it?
repost or I would do that. You need to teach me.
I took your post and put it on my story.
Well, then I took your story, and no, you can't do that. Though. That's right.
It's my story.
How do you
It's your
make
story.
money, Tom? I'll tell you how you make money. Become an NFL quarterback.
Yep.
Yeah?
Just that easy. Kyler Murray.
You don't care for
I don't care
that
for
name.
Kyler.
Yeah, that is one of those.
Kyler, Dakota, Randolph, get in here.
Randolph? That's a classic name.
Randy?
No, Randolph.
Randolph.
Who do you know named Randolph? How many Randolphs do you know?
Randolph Scott?
Randolph Scott.
William Randolph Hearst.
Okay.
Well, that's not a first name, is it?
Oh, are we?
Anyway, Kyler is going to stay in the desert for a while. Grab onto yourself, Christy. I know how you don't take these contracts very well.
All right.
His new contract with Arizona, per Shefty, Adam Schefter, a total of $230.5 million, $160 million guaranteed.
All right.
Making him the second highest paid quarterback annually.
Well, he's the highest paid quarterback that isn't potentially a felon.
Behind only Aaron Rodgers.
You know, there should be.
Oh, I thought
Deshaun Watson?
Deshaun's not number one?
And he also bested Deshaun Watson to the Browns.
There should be a no felonies bonus at the end of every year for every football.
I would imagine there's something of that nature in some of those contracts.
Convicted.
No, that's no joke. There are more
that's in mine.
moral turpitude.
Oh, sure, yeah.
Read your contract. I believe there is.
There is
We
one.
all have
When me and Donnie Baker work in the same city, we have the same thing.
Yeah. No convictions.
Yeah.
He's going to make $30 million the first year and $38 million the second, so he gets a raise. That's nice. Yeah, he'll be okay. $106.15 million over the first 3 years of his contract.
Is that in Godwin's contract?
Is it? Moral turpitude or whatever the hell?
Is it turpitude?
Perpetude? What is it?
Turpitude.
I think it's perpendicular.
That's a word you just never hear used.
No, not unless you're an attorney.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to buy the hardware store and buy turpentine.
Yeah.
You can do that.
Turpitude sounds like one of those late 90s alternative rock bands. Hey, man, did you see Turpitude?
Yeah, they opened for Smashing Pumpkins.
Oh, they were
And
great.
the Cutting Crew. Oh, man, they were great.
I just died in your arms tonight.
The Cutting Crew wasn't an alt band.
No, they're 80s pop, but
Except the start of it and the middle of it, and it was
it borders on new wave, doesn't
very
it?
listenable.
Oh, it is absolutely listenable.
Had the best promotional stunt for radio stations that I've ever seen. Josh, they sent a vinyl record.
Yeah.
And the record itself looked like a cross-cut saw blade.
So awesome, yeah.
With teeth on it. I mean,
Does anybody still have a copy of that, Ace?
Ace?
I don't think so. I remember what it looks like.
Do you have the Ramones switchblade that it was a comb?
No. I've got a Corn phone.
A Corn? Oh, the band Corn with a K?
Yeah.
I want a Corn phone.
Corn phone.
Christmas is coming up.
Corn.
Was it a desktop phone or a cell phone?
No, it's a
landline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it look like an ear of corn?
Yeah. Got the logo.
No, it looks like a bucket of popcorn. Yes.
I think it's a fair question.
It is a fair question. We get corn. Yeah, not always synonymous with corn. The
Is
band isn't always synonymous.
everyone ready?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Those are actual strings. It's a real orchestra right there.
Or a keyboard.
Or not. This sounds like real strings.
Our arms are very tired.
I think you're right.
Listen to this effect. It took them.
It's a great
Let's
song.
do it.
It is.
It took them 9 hours to make that rushing sound at the beginning.
Whatever it takes, it's great.
Is that is it paren? I just died, and then end paren in your arms tonight?
I think
or is
it is. I think it's
or is it
paren
I just
first of
died
all.
paren in your arms tonight? I forget.
I don't remember.
I love those. I was reading the other day about the song "Sail On Sailor" from the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
And this article made the point that the first pressing, there was a grammatical error. It should be "sail on, comma, sailor." So I forget what it was. Like, really? People know that? This is a true story. In this building, there used to be one of those standard oldies stations that played 50s and 60s songs exclusively.
I worked for them.
Yes, he did.
And do you remember the two of the guys got into a legitimate fist fight?
Yep.
About whether or not they should play the stereo version
Or stick with the original mono
version of one of the Beach Boys songs.
Oh, boy.
Well, it turns out there was a deeper problem between those two men.
I was not aware of that.
Oh, yeah. Remember the one guy? He went out and made some decisions, and now he's not a guy.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay, well.
Okay.
Cool.
Not cutting crew.
Good for him.
No, he hired a cutting crew.
Yeah, that's very good.
He was way ahead of his time, wasn't he?
Yeah, he had to hire a cutting crew.
And that's sports.
Chick.
What? Go,
We've been
man,
talking
go.
about Pat Godwin enjoying his time in Florida and going to
Tom checking on him every day.
Disney. Ed writes in, "Dear losers and Chick."
Oh!
I know, you must be his favorite.
Hot dog.
Forget betting on whether or not Pat is kicked out of Disney or goes to Disney jail.
Yeah.
The real money is betting the over-under on how many ER visits he makes during the trip.
Oh, true.
That is a wise man.
Yes.
P.S. Get Ian Bagg back on the show. We should get Ian Bagg.
I love Ian.
Back. Yeah, we all will love Ian.
Yeah, I'm sure you didn't see this on Pat's Instagram. Did you see the pizza he put up on
Yes, I
Instagram?
did.
It's as big as a wheel on a lottery show.
It's huge.
Yeah, what is that? I saw
It's
that.
gigantic.
What are we talking, pepperoni?
And Jimmy's holding it, and the caption is, "Dad, what are you going to eat?" Implying he's going to eat the whole pizza.
It looks like fun. Once again, Pat is recording a television special tomorrow. I keep forgetting it. Tomorrow night at McCurdy's Comedy Theater in Sarasota, Florida.
This is going to be on TV.
I have a question.
He can't help himself.
Every time I try to plug somebody's show, he interrupts.
Step on
every time.
Okay, I'm going to let you do.
So Willie is going to be working tonight.
Do nothing but plugs. Okay, how about that?
Be nice to Chick, okay? We're trying to get the show started.
I'm trying to plug your show tonight.
You know, the idea of this show is to not plug other shows. You realize that.
These are live shows when we're not on the air.
We're doing a show now. You remind me of the guy, boy, you should have been here last night. That was a big show.
Oh, sure. Last night was killer.
And tomorrow night's going to be amazing, but this show sucks right now.
No.
Yeah, same thing. Oh, really?
Some of us have door deals. Oh, my goodness.
Holy moly, as I live and breathe, it's Dr. Tom Whiskey.
Hey, everybody.
Frontier Gyno.
Please. Tom Whiskey, Frontier Doctor. I do occasional gynecology on the side. Usually, usually in the lower front. If it's in the side,
aren't you
that is one weird lady, I'll tell you what.
Aren't you a pediatrician as well?
No.
I thought it was brats and twats. Isn't that right?
Maybe I should try to plug something so he can interrupt me. This is a true story. This is the true story of Billy Whiskey and his wife.
Yeah.
Frontier driver.
Frontier driver.
Yeah, he's
Driving the wagon?
no, he's driving a beautiful Cadillac, Christy.
Get comfortable.
All right.
Driving cross country, and he was out there in the Old West and looked at his fuel gauge. He's kind of in some desert-like territory and realized he better stop and fill her up.
Okay.
He spotted a mobile station not too far from Yuma.
In the Old West.
He pulled right up to that high-octane pump. Feller came out and he said, "What can I do for you?" "This is nice. They've got this kind of service here." Fellow looked like kind of a hayseed, but looked like he knew what he was doing around a pump.
All right.
So the attendant starts filling up the tank, looking that car up and down, and walks up to Billy Whiskey. Said, "What kind of car is this, sir? I've never seen anything like it." His chest starts puffing out.
Yeah.
And Billy Whiskey says, "Well, I'll tell you what, this is a Cadillac DeVille."
How about that?
Nice.
And this attendant says, "What kind of features does it have?" "Well," he says, "I don't want to brag. It's got everything. It's got power steering, power seats, power sunroof, power mirrors, AM, FM radio, 10-deck CD player in the trunk."
Wow.
It's 2,000 watts per channel, 18-speaker stereo system, rack and pinion steering.
Oh, man.
Disc brakes all around. Leather interior, digital instrument package, an 8.8-liter V12 engine.
Oh.
The attendant goes, "That is really something." And then Billy Whiskey says, "What do I owe you for the gasoline?" And he goes, "That'll be $5.17. Gas a lot cheaper."
Yeah, I guess so. Wow.
So Billy pulls out his money clip and peels off a $20 bill. And he wants to get the 17 cents all accurate and everything, so he digs in his pocket and pulls out a handful of change. Mixed up in that change for a few golf tees. The attendant says, I recognize the coins. What are those little wooden things? And then Billy says, that's what I put my balls on when I drive. The attendant goes, wow, those Cadillac people thought of everything.
Is that right? I mean, it's good.
That is the joke you were trying to remember.
Okay.
That's what I put my balls on when I drive. You see, drive is a double meaning. There we go.
Yeah, words have different meanings.
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Now, we have to, are we going to go back to the sports page?
Charles Barkley met with Greg Norman the other day, and it went like this. According to Charles, he and Norman had a real interesting discussion about whether Charles would like to be a commentator on the new Live Golf television network. They're going to get up and running.
I say,
because they're not being being carried.
They're televised on something, but I don't know what you can watch online.
The major networks
it's
are
only
not willing to take.
Yeah, it's only on. You can stream it on your computer, but it's not on a network, so to speak, yet.
No, they don't like the way that Saudi Arabia. They don't like their human rights violations. Meanwhile, NBA all day Sunday, China.
Barkley said they're going to offer me a bunch of money, and then he said, "Yeah, I know what the controversy is. But." Charles said, we've all taken blood money at some point.
No, he didn't say that.
Oh, he didn't.
Did. Oh, man.
Yes, he did. We met Norman after dinner last night. We had a really good conversation.
Was he joking when he said that?
No, Charles Barkley tells us he had dinner with Greg Norman and wanted to, I'm going to play in the Pro-Am, Barkley said. And look, if I end up working for this tour, we've all taken blood money at some point.
Man, that's rough.
And he said, I might have to quit TNT, but so what?
I mean, that's kind of the point I was making with that, I guess, failed joke, because nobody gave a crap about it about the NBA.
If I'm going to have to, if I'm going to have to lose,
crap about it.
If I'm going to have to lose TNT and lose my sponsors, it'll have to be some crazy numbers wise. I'm taking the meeting.
But he's got a price, he's saying.
And he has a price.
I mean, if he got enough money, he wouldn't have to do commercials or...
Right.
Yeah. But...
Barkley can't be hungry. Well, and again, it's Charles Barkley. He's a big man. He probably is always hungry.
No,
he's what, Christy?
A big man.
No, but what is he always?
Hungry.
Yeah.
Hungry.
We'll see what happens. We'll see if, we just had a fist bump from the president with... a guy who apparently is responsible for cutting up a journalist and putting him in a suitcase. So, hey.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's tough.
We'll see what happens.
Well, we're not going to talk about that, are we?
No.
And we're not going to talk about this swimming pool in Israel, where evidently it was a pool party and a team building exercise for a company in Israel.
So many witnesses then to this man's demise.
Many police said they had to dispatch a helicopter to help in the search effort.
So what happened?
A sinkhole opened in the bottom of the pool, and all the water ran out, and a swimmer was sucked into the hole, and he perished.
And Willie, you said it was in the middle of what?
Don't make me. I'm not going to do. Sinkhole de Mayo was for off air.
Oh,
I didn't want to bring Sinkhole de Mayo.
No, this was the Marco Polo.
Oh, you wanted Marco Polo? Oh, well, not.
Yeah, so someone's one. Marco. Can you imagine?
Oh my gosh!
You hear from this crack in the earth.
And a witness said, the ground just dropped, and then the water level started to go down, and I saw just two people just disappear.
Oh, no.
Two people.
You can't walk me into punchlines and give more tragic details. You can't. That's bad form.
No, I'm not. No, we're not talking about it.
Of course not. Why would we talk about this?
No, we would never talk about something like that. That'd be like if we talked about that old lady who got eaten by alligators.
Yeah.
She didn't really get eaten. Just,
How do you know she didn't get eaten?
Breathe.
How do you know she didn't get eaten?
Well, if they didn't eat her then, they saved her for later.
They at least chewed on her.
I bet they chewed on her. I bet she lost a limb.
You think gators watch Netflix and have snacks? I bet they do.
Gators love Netflix.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Because it makes them jumpy. I don't know. What do you...
Haven't you heard the old phrase, Netflix and Gator?
There's the weirdest... Okay. This is the weirdest story ever. This is, you see firemen in the background, but in the front, in the foreground, all the children's pool toys are...
Oh, it's brutal. Because obviously the water drained.
Yeah.
This might be the saddest thing of all time.
Chick, why are we talking about this?
We're not.
We're not talking about it.
We're not talking about it.
Well, can I interrupt you when you do this instead of you interrupting me when I'm trying to plug Josh's show? Which, by the way, Josh on stage tonight with Jeff Oskey.
When is that going to be?
Funny Bone, Des Moines, Iowa.
Thank you very much.
Okay. When we come back, we have happy water park news and swimming pool news coming up.
However,
what?
If you're scared to leave your house like I am, you want your compound secure and you want peace of mind. That's where my friends at Simply Safe come in. They offer comprehensive protection not only against intruders and burglars, but against home hazards like flooding and fires. 24/7 professional monitoring. And did you know Simply Safe uses proprietary video verification technology so that monitoring agents can visually confirm a threat in order to get higher priority 911 dispatch. Monitoring plans also affordably priced. $1 a day, no long-term contract or hidden fees. Feeling safe and having peace of mind at home at your compound shouldn't break your bank. Customize the perfect system for your home and install it yourself all online. It only takes a few minutes. Go to simplysafetom.com and you get a deal because you know us. A free indoor security camera plus 20% off with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafetom.com.
Thank you very much. Also coming up today, we have an unusual story from the world of farming. We've got something new from Velveeta.
Oh, really?
If you've always wanted to have cheese with your alcoholism, we've got that coming up.
Oh, big fan.
We'll be right back. It's the Bob and Tom Show.
This is the Bob and Tom Show. Tell us what you think. Call 888-BOB-TOM-1. More of the Bob and Tom Show next. We got some extra from the Bob and Tom Show.
Comedian Greg Warren, former state champion wrestler. You're the son of a wrestling coach. Now, I assume your dad was also your wrestling coach. Is that correct?
Yes, he was. He was a high school wrestling coach. So I wrestled, and my mom was into music, so I played the clarinet in the band, which they made fun of me, especially the guys on the wrestling team, especially my best friend, Huey Baker. He was a black guy. He's one of those guys that would just get a hold of something and never shut up. And look at Greg, man. Greg played a flute. It's a clarinet, Huey. It's a flute, Greg. You a flute man. Look at little flute man, Greg. Flute your flute, Greg. Little flute man, Greg. He'll be on the bus going to a match. He'll be real quiet, and all of a sudden you hear, hop, 2, 3, 4. What the hell we fighting for? Flute man. It's embarrassing when you're out there wrestling and you hear, hit him with your flute, Greg.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Don't. Essential Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
July 22nd, 2022. That's a lot of twos, isn't it? I thought about that all by myself. Hey, you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. My name is Mark Allison. Glad you could be with us this morning. Jeff Oskey on the way with the news we failed to mention. You may have noticed Pat Godwin is not in the performance room. That continues today. Why? He is in sunny Florida, Sarasota, Florida, to be specific, at McCurdy's Comedy Theater. That's going on tonight, Saturday night, and Sunday. Make sure you catch him if you're there. What a great spot. You're on vacation. Hey, what do you want to do tonight after we have that great seafood dinner? Let's go to McCurdy's Comedy Theater and check out Pat Godwin. You can find out more at patgodwin.com. That's Florida, Sarasota, to be specific. Pat Godwin on the road. My gosh, get out there and support that young man with the guitar. Hey, look, everybody, it's John Denver. And we're rolling through a Friday with you right here on Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with things you may have missed. U.S. Representative Lee Zeldin, the Republican candidate for New York governor, was assaulted by a man who apparently tried to stab him at an upstate event in New York. The head of the state Republican Party said the congressman got a small scrape but was not seriously injured. Zeldin said in a statement he was able to grab the attacker's wrist and stop him for just a few moments till others tackled him. Zeldin's campaign said the attacker was taken into custody. The congressman continued his speech. He's challenging incumbent Democrat Governor Kathy Hochul this November. The FBI says it found no evidence of missing Teamsters boss Jimmy Hoffa during a search of land under a New Jersey bridge. Hoffa's been missing since 1975 when he was last seen in suburban Detroit. The decades-long mystery turned last year to land next to a former landfill under the Pulaski Skyway in Jersey City. The FBI conducted a search there in early June. Spokeswoman Maria Schneider says nothing of evidentiary value was discovered. That's a look at things you may have missed. Bet you didn't think you'd be hearing about a search for Jimmy Hoffa today, but you never know what you're going to hear on Things You Missed, do you? More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Authorities in California are saying thieves stole millions of dollars worth of jewelry and gemstones from an unattended Brinks tractor trailer after the vehicle's two armed guards walked away, according to Los Angeles Sheriff's Sergeant.
Hey, we got millions of dollars.
Yeah.
A smoke break?
Number one, lock the door.
Do we both go at the same time and leave the truck unguarded, or does
Good
one of us?
question.
Does one of us stay?
Yeah, but what if the Stuckies won't seat us until everybody in the party is there?
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, this is Frank Caliendo, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Oh, he was so sweet. It was our first date, and he went all out. He bought me dinner, he got me drunk, and then I got bald.
Oh, did you ever? It was perfect.
Britney Spears recently shocked the world with her latest fashion statement. A completely shaved head. Now, to commemorate Britney's new look, Bob and Tom Labs is proud to introduce their new perfume, Bald.
B-A-L-D. Bald.
A fragrance for today's unraveling woman. She's kooky, she's crazy, and she's getting bald.
Tomorrow's my girlfriend's birthday, and she'll definitely be getting bald.
What woman wouldn't love to get bald?
My wife and I are celebrating our 30th anniversary soon. I thought she'd be thrilled when I told her she was gonna get bald, but she just rolled over and went back to sleep.
Okay, almost everybody wants to get bald. Be sure to get some today. Just look for the slick box, and you'll know you're getting bald.
B-A-L-D. Bald.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Nick Griffin, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Quiet.
I'm going to start plugging them.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy's going to start plugging them.
Somebody.
Plugging them.
That's right.
Oh, that used to be a term for...
Plug it up.
I'm going to plug you.
Don't make me plug you.
Oh, for shooting?
Plug it up is now a tampon. Sorry.
There is a tampon called Plug It Up.
No, but I mean, that's
Oh,
what
okay.
you got a plug? You ever heard that?
I think women ask other women, do you have a plug?
You got a plug?
Isn't that commercial? Plug it up, plug it up.
That's the slang?
They use plug, they use...
Absolutely.
I'm surprised.
Kramer.
That sounds like something a guy would say. I'm surprised women will talk about.
Oh, no, seriously.
You got a cork I can...
My girlfriend was telling me last night she was at a Rod Stewart concert recently, and the guy in front of her cut himself pretty badly, and his wife dug through her purse and grabbed a big maxi pad and wrapped it around his
How did
arm.
he cut himself at a Rod
If I were at a Rod Stewart concert, I'd cut myself pretty badly.
Probably, now that I think about it, anybody got a razor? If he plays Maggie May, I'm taking myself out.
Unless he's playing Faces, I'm leaving.
Yeah, no kidding.
I guess it was a little rough. He's 77. Give him a break.
He's still got a good head of hair?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, he still has his hair.
Does he got the moves?
I didn't go. I'm
Is
just...
he still kicking the soccer balls into the...
I was just going to ask
I don't know.
Yeah.
I did not attend.
Does he still have a gallon of...
Did they pump that out? They were serving a special drink.
And remember Josh's opinion on that story. There's no way that was made up.
No, it has to be true.
Okay, right.
Too crazy not to be.
He was one of the very first concerts I ever went to. I mean, I was so excited to see him.
How was it?
It was great back then.
Cool.
Sure.
First concert I ever went to, Black Oak, Arkansas.
Yes.
JoJo Gunn.
I'm not familiar.
And Bad Company.
Sounds like a good show.
This
it was a
wasn't
great
my
show.
first concert, but it was one of them. Elton John was my very first concert ever.
And Jim Dandy of Black Oak, Arkansas was shocked by the mic stand, and he kicked it and said a curse word on stage out loud that I'd never heard before.
Who came to the rescue?
Yeah.
An electrician. Go Jim Dandy. Go Jim Dandy.
He was wearing white, what are known as yoga pants now.
Oh, spandex back then.
And he had a hog on him.
The stupid mic stand. You gotta kick it into the front row.
Go, Jim Dandy, go!
And that wasn't an original song. That's a classic blues song, isn't it?
Yeah, I think the Oak Ridge Boys.
Oh, the old spandex
The
pants.
Oak Ridge Boys. Are you insane?
Pretty sure.
Here it is.
Oh, yeah.
This is sort of a classic boogie woogie.
Jim Dandy to the rescue.
That background vocal. You know, a little Gone with the Windish.
I don't. I like his vocal. And around and the gravelly and cool.
I never liked his vocal.
Oh, I do.
He was kind of like
Clear your throat.
He was kind of like a David Lee Roth look. You know, shirt off, muscles gleaming, hair down to his ass.
However, Jay Ferguson and JoJo Gunn, their song "Run, Run, Run," I always loved that song.
Me too. He was from the band called
Jay Ferguson?
Anyone?
Jay Ferguson and the Fergonauts.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wasn't he? Yeah, it was the Fergonauts, right?
It was a Fergan great band, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. Wasn't he also in the Fergum and Forgetters?
No, you couldn't find him.
Did he have a hit on his own?
Yeah.
Thunder Island.
That's it, Thunder Island.
Ready?
That's a fun one.
This is the JoJo Gunn version.
That's a good song.
I don't know this.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Better run, baby, as fast as you can.
Oh, I like it.
You like it.
He's great.
That's right.
And
I love this.
Would this be Yacht Rock now?
I think yes.
Is this the chorus or does it start like this?
Chorus.
Oh, okay. I thought it came in this rocking.
Did you hear that?
He was in the band Spirit that I liked very much.
Yeah, I like this
with Randy California. And
Randy California, that's
not his real name. It was Randy Lipschitz, wasn't it, or something?
I think so.
Actually, you're pretty close.
Yeah.
But Jay Ferguson's also the guy that composed the theme for the TV show The Office, so he's probably...
Who? The guy from...
JoJo Gunn.
I've seen his name on a couple of TV shows. I wondered if it was the same guy.
So he's probably...
Who, Jay Ferguson?
He probably can't hear us right now because
I thought he was
where
dead.
he is, where his mansion in Hawaii is.
Yeah.
The only downside is the lack of a good radio signal.
Who are you talking
By
about?
the time change,
Jay
he's
Ferguson.
asleep.
He can't hear us for the supermodel's thighs.
I'm pretty sure he passed away, didn't he? I thought.
No. We talked to him on the phone, I think,
maybe that's
3
Andrew,
years ago?
Maybe that's Andrew Gold. Maybe I'm getting
There's some terrific.
Sadly, it is Andrew Gold you're thinking of. And also, the great Randy California is gone.
Oh.
Randy California played with Jimi Hendrix.
Mm-hmm. Jay Ferguson, 75.
Yeah. Real nice guy. Remember we had him on the air?
Mm-mm.
Wow.
And Fergie's his daughter, right?
You might want to start taking that stuff they advertise on TV for memory.
You know, the last thing I need to do
It's
is...
ironic that you couldn't remember the name of it.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
I don't get along with you now. What if I remembered everything you said to me?
Oof.
Are you out of your mind? Yeah.
Is it Glinko Balkova or
I think it's
something?
Ginkgo Biloba.
Yeah, something
Well, that's
like that.
that's the.
Oh, that's Fergan. Great stuff. Yeah.
I got some, but I forgot where I put it. Is that sports?
Oh no, I guess not.
The band, but always, if you're unfamiliar with Mr. Jay Ferguson, check out some of those albums from the band Spirit. They kind of had a hit with Nature's Way.
He had a great head of hair too.
Jay
Ferguson.
Yeah. But let's get back to the action with sports. What else?
Noah Lyles led wire to wire and routed the field in the 200 meters yesterday and set a new American record, 19.31 seconds. Now that means he ran 2 100-meter dashes under 10 flat at the same time.
Man.
But the second one,
How
he had a
about
running
that?
start.
Yeah, he's right.
Yes, that's right. You're right.
Who's this?
Noah Lyles.
Noah? I wrote it.
Wow, that's strike 2, Josh. Next time Josh starts talking, interrupt him, will you?
Interrupt me, please.
Oh, let's see.
Noah, I wrote it. Oh, man. Yikes.
You stayed right there with it, too. Coming up, we got Kirby Smart signed a new contract. He will not have to
Kirby
get a car loan. He can buy one for cash. And
if you can find one.
Other sports. Yeah, there you go.
When we come back, also, we have a world record. We have underwear in the news, pickleball news, and Velveeta in the news, and something naked. It's all coming up. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Want to share something? Send us an email. bobandtom@bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Got this new venture. It's called Say It to My Face.
Oh.
Swear to God.
Cool.
Hey, Josh, let's say someone talks smack about you on Facebook and Twitter.
Sure.
And the first thing you do is you'd call me, then I go to their house. And when they answer the door, I'll just yell, "Say it to my face." And then I'll jack them with a blood dart right to the larynx. And Christy, you and your ladies don't got to worry either, because I got you covered too. See, my friend Tasha and I are launching an all-female company called Oh No You Didn't. Swear to God. Well, it's hard to spell it on the radio, but in print, it's badass. It's all hymenated.
Hymenated?
Yep. So the next time some chick, calls another chick an obese whale when you post your porta potty selfie on Instagrams, just give me and Tasha a call. She'll go to that chick's house and slap the spit out of her while screaming, "Oh no, you didn't!"
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Hey, thanks for listening to the Bob and Tom Show this morning. My name is Mark Allison. By the way, you can catch any part of the show you missed later today on our YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and search The Bob and Tom Show. It's just that easy. Rolling through a Friday, Jeff Oskey on the way. And coming up on the next break, I'll let you know where you can see some of our amazing, talented comedians on staff. They're going to be appearing all over the country this weekend. We'll catch you up on when and where. Coming up next break. Don't go anywhere. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News. President Joe Biden says he's doing great after testing positive for COVID-19. The 79-year-old Biden is experiencing very mild symptoms, including a stuffy nose, fatigue, and cough. He's taking the antiviral drug designed to reduce the severity of the disease. Biden fully vaccinated, and he shall isolate for 5 days, then will return to his usual activities after a negative test. Dangerously high temps have threatened much of the Northeast and Deep South as huge swaths of the country are sweltering. The heat wave could continue for days and send temperatures soaring in places like Boston, Little Rock, and Virginia Beach. The 100-degree-plus heat is expected to extend into the weekend. Officials urging you to seek shelter, drink lots of water, and check on elderly neighbors for signs of distress. And according to the FBI, there's no evidence of missing Teamster boss Jimmy Hoffa found during a search of land under a New Jersey bridge. Hoffa has been missing since 1975, when he was last seen in suburban Detroit. The decades-long mystery turned last year to land next to a former landfill under the Pulaski Skyway in Jersey City. The FBI conducted a search there early in June and found no sign of Hoffa. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7, 24/7, 24/7.
Coming this Thursday on ABC. He's the luckiest guy alive. It's Invisible Dave and his 2 stacked roommates.
What's wrong, Cindy? It's this darn brassiere. It keeps pinching.
Oh, yeah. Feeling fine.
Yeah, mine's pinching a bit, too. Let's just take them off. Okay.
Hello. He's living rent-free and getting an eyeful.
Cindy, what do you think of my new negligee? Do you think it fits? Oh, yeah, it looks great. What do you think of mine?
He's invisible and insatiable.
Gee, Cindy, this bed sure feels lumpy. Boy, that's uncomfortable.
Come to Papa. You know you want it.
Invisible Dave and his 2 stacked roommates. Followed by the fast-paced action of pro basketball with a moral twist. Meet Carl Goodman, Amish power forward.
We have worked together, my friends. We shared the ball with he who was open, and were blessed when 2 points were bestowed upon us. Now we must pray. Oh, merciful God above us.
It's Carl Goodman, Amish power forward, right after Invisible Dave and his 2 stacked roommates. Thursday on ABC.
Ye be thar.
Hey, this is Henry Phillips, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Well, what else would you be doing with your time?
A thought from Paul Gilmartin.
Down the elevator shaft they plunged, hurtling towards their death, their faces drawn by Edvard Munch. They smelled the devil's breath. Your tongue, she said at number 3. Let me see its size. He grinned and licked his forehead. She buckled at the thighs. The impact satisfied them both. Police were left some clues. A smiling woman all alone in a stranger's pair of shoes.
Are the stars out tonight? I don't care if it's cloudy or bright, 'cause I'm blind.
Jeez. Jesus said, take this bread and eat it. It is my body. And the disciples said, Jesus, we're all on low-carb diet. We appreciate you dying for our sins, but we're all trying to slim down a little bit. We want to look good in the painting.
Bob and Tom 24/7. It's not on air. It's online.
Bob and Tom.
Coming up. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee poised at the news desk.
Oh, boy, am I ready.
There's Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Hey, Chick.
You're behind on your water there, buddy.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate the...
Oh, I walked in there just after you filled your thing, too. I was like, I missed the cold water.
What?
this morning because when you fill, never mind.
You take all the cold water, and then it has to take a minute.
Takes a minute to read.
I don't know about that.
What do you know about that doesn't cast you in a negative light? Hi, Ace Cosby.
Hi, Chick McGee.
He's at the track phone hotline, hot phone. I don't know about that. I'm not the one using all the water. I can barely see you behind the water jug. Did I say hi, Willie?
Good morning, Chick.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's unquestionably
here we go.
Quiet Tom Griswold.
Oh, I haven't been listening to anything you've been doing. I'm sure it was boring.
Because you were busy doing something else,
I'm
right?
reading mail over here. Let's see. This one's pretty sad. Maybe I'll skip that one. Oh, here we go. This is a little bit more uplifting.
All right.
Had a story yesterday about the world of the do-it-yourselfer. Do you remember what the story was, Christy?
The do-it-yourselfer.
Yeah.
No.
Something that people can do it. It's the latest. There are kits out there to build
your own coffin. Yes.
Build your own
now I know
coffin.
what you're talking about. Yeah.
You know what? I'm tired of being called a masturbator. I'm going with do-it-yourselfer from now on. Doesn't that sound nicer?
Sure.
Oh,
DIY.
Nice. Yeah, I'm just a DIYer.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
The Wall Street Journal reports there are several merchants selling coffin parts and ready-to-assemble casket kits.
Mm-hmm.
Northwoods Casket Company of Beaver Dam, Wisconsin, sells a build-your-own casket kit for just under $700. It takes about 1 to 2 hours to assemble. Now, other people are going very elaborate. Got this letter. Mr. Clayton writes, my cousin built my uncle's coffin.
Really?
He milled the lumber, put copper corners on the outside, lined it with bear and elk fur.
No kidding.
Oh, man.
I think that sounds really nice. And it's probably a good way to...
Yeah,
it's probably fairly therapeutic.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Plus, it'd be comfortable to spend eternity like that.
If you're going to this effort... if you have to mill the lumber, this was obviously done in advance, unless you've got the decedent in a refrigerator or a freezer somewhere. You can't, we're not going to bury him for 3 months. I've got to wait for the copper corners to come in from Amazon. They're back ordered.
Right. Do you think he presented it to his father before?
I would think he had done it in advance. I don't know the details. It could be tragic. Who knows?
How much... my dad, when he died, 3 years ago or whatever, he was cremated.
Yes.
So I know how much a biodegradable urn is, because that's what he wanted. How much is a coffin?
Depends on what you get.
What's the lowest priced legal coffin?
You can buy one at the big box stores.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Do they have a display area over by the washing machine? That's kind of depressing.
I think about hot dog samples. It's
85% off, apparently.
I think Costco has.
That's what I just said. Yeah, it's a box store.
They would be shipped to wherever, right?
Do you carry that out? Do you get a bag?
I can get you one.
Do you need 6 people to carry it out?
Exactly.
Well, you know what? The coffin kits are $900, and I can get you one already built for $1,300. So,
okay.
You know.
But again, in many cases, I would assume time is of the essence.
Right.
But some of these kits, if you read on in this article, they are. Here's one, for example. It's It's described as a nondescript casket that doubles as a bookcase. So people put it in their living room until they go, and then they take the book set down and put it up. So, yikes! That would be too depressing. I think every time you walk into your house to see, I'll be in that soon. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Now, there's also a make-your-own-urn pottery class.
Looks like. Lovely.
Josh, I can get you a kiss coffin for $3,900.
There you go.
Is that right?
Wow.
Would you be interested in that, Ace?
I've seen them.
No, I'm saying, would you like to be
Wait a
buried?
minute, you've seen a Kiss casket?
Yeah, they had them at the Kiss Expo.
Wow.
Kiss Expo.
Wow.
Now, would you want to...
They're full of drinks.
But I mean...
That's why they encourage you to buy them ahead of time so you can multi-use.
Oh, so you buy one of these and you make it like a little bar thing. Would you want to be buried?
No, burn me up.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Burn me up.
Okay.
Well,
after you die?
Okay.
Oh, sorry, Ace, we misunderstood.
Burn me up.
Ace, we hardly knew you. Okay, I'm sorry. It's back to the sports page with Chick McGee.
Georgia's Kirby Smart, he's wicked smart, has agreed to a contract extension through 2031, kids, worth more than $110 million. He is one of college football's highest paid coaches now. He will be paid $10.25 million this season in base salary and supplemental compensation. He'll receive raises each season, which lead to total compensation of $12.25 million in 2013.
So the football coach makes more than the president of the university. Is that what I'm hearing?
He's having a better year. It was the old joke.
Wow.
He's making more money for the university than the president, I can tell you that. Smart joins Alabama's Nick Saban, Ohio State's Ryan Day, LSU's Brian Kelly, Michigan State's Mel Tucker, and Jimbo Fisher of Texas.
I'm going to interrupt him.
Mel Tucker, the mother? Oh, yeah, we know him, yeah.
Hey, shut your mouth.
Just talking about Mel Tucker.
Those college football's coaches make at least $9 million a year.
Gosh.
They bring in a lot of money.
They surely do.
So when you're paying off that college loan, remember,
you're not going to make your whole day set it aside to watch kids take tests. No, you're going to watch the football game, okay?
Mm-hmm. Boy, that would be a channel, wouldn't it? The test takers.
Well, today we have something in geography. That's pretty good, huh?
Stupid world record.
Oh no, this isn't the stupid world record yet.
Okay.
Oh, you messed up then, man, because you played the songs for it.
Yeah,
but this isn't going to be it.
Well, you could play the world record. You could just do it.
Boy, this is a real mistake.
Dear Chick, every time I hear you say ass over tea kettle, I lose my mind with laughter. Tell me what that means. I don't know. I've always heard it. I'm pretty sure my dad said it. You fall over and I go hit
tea kettle's in that instance your head, and so you flipping.
He went ass over tea kettle. Yeah.
Oh,
did you ever use that?
No,
never heard that term.
Very folksy.
Very. Mm-hmm.
What does that mean?
He's calling you a hill jack.
No, I'm saying
you can't say, well, you grew up with less.
Mm-hmm.
Of course I did, but
any of your parents say dag nabbit?
No.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh yeah. My mom still
says.
Okay, around the horn. Father's favorite curse words. We'll start with Willie.
GD, definitely GD.
That's my go-to.
That's the worst one. You should never
yelling
say
it
that.
in the car constantly when I was a child. And then GD, Willie, you're ruining Christmas. GD, the spaghetti's everywhere. GD, you ruin your sister's blanket.
What was your mom's?
I don't remember my mom cursing a lot.
I gotta be F. I've talked to her.
No.
Your dad?
I don't remember them. Maybe he used to, when he sneezed, he would say the S word. I used to think that was very funny.
Every time he sneezed?
Hang on.
Yeah.
That's unusual. I like
How long have you been sitting on this nugget?
So he would sneeze and then say it, or he would go, okay.
As he was sneezing. Yeah. It was so funny.
That's very funny.
Yeah, that's what I remember. I always say, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. And I know that's even worse.
Cheers.
I go, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph.
That's not even worse.
Yes, it is worse.
No, it's great.
It's blasphemous.
It is blasphemous.
What was your dad? Your dad was a badass combat Vietnam veteran. What was his favorite curse word?
He liked them all, I think, but he didn't really. He was not a big cusser. But so when you knew that he cussed, you knew
he was pissed.
Yeah. It was usually when he hurt himself. Yeah, he didn't. I don't think there was a favorite.
Really?
I'd have to ask my mom.
Nobody liked the F word?
I mean, my dad would certainly use it.
Does it startle you when your kids say that in front of you for the first time? It's kind of like, whoa.
No, because it's hard not to start laughing. My father never used that, nor did my mother. But Ace,
really?
Ace, what was in your household? Which curse word?
My dad left when I was born. So.
Oh my God,
that's depressing.
Well, knowing you now, I can't blame you.
Did your mom curse? No, never. What if you
nothing? How did you learn how to curse?
I don't curse.
So what if you cursed in front of your mom? What would have happened?
I have no idea. I mean,
when are you going to learn not to ask him any questions?
See, Chick, I have to think about things.
Yeah.
I don't just make things up like you.
Well, that
was a fun little attack.
I'm aware of that. Yeah.
I don't think I've ever heard Ace curse. Now that you mention it, Ace,
Chris has known me longest.
Very good. I don't think I've heard you curse.
Are you offended by curse words?
No.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
I'd like to, if you're listening, send us an email with favorite curse words. I'd love to.
I think the F one is like the most popular.
I don't think so.
It?
Not among the.
One of the funniest things is always at big concerts they have signers for the deaf area.
Right.
And I've been to like Ozzy shows and things where people are cursing.
Well, I'm sure like any other foreign language, when one learns the various sign languages, the first thing they do on a break, after 2 hours of real work, they go, what are the curse words? It's like everything else.
We had a American Sign Language at one of the comedy shows, and this is what
the up and down motion, like you're holding a broomstick,
is for masturbation. Yeah, that's the international sign for it.
For ladies and for fellas.
Yeah, because I was just yelling out stuff, and she had to sign it for the.
No, Willie raises a good question. I would think for the ladies, it would be more of a, finger flying motion.
What are you doing?
Oh, you're using all 5 there.
Oh, my God.
Well, is that what you're freestyling here, aren't you?
No, you're on a stage. People are a distance away. You can't just be doing that.
You're accomplished.
You can't do a nuanced. Okay.
They call them Tommy fingers.
Please send us your curse words.
Please stop.
Coming up, we have iguanas in the news, snakes in the news.
Iguana come back?
Guinea pigs in the news, and pickleball. But right now, I want to tell you about Napa. Like everything else, Napa's got a mission statement. They've really got a mission, which is to keep you on the road, keep you in motion. For almost a century, Napa's been known for having quality auto parts and truck parts, and they've got expert knowledge, the kind of knowledge you need. We call Napa know-how. Today, Napa helps drivers like you hit the road confidently with America's largest network of parts and care. Over 6,000 Napa Auto Parts stores and over 17,000 Napa Auto Care Centers, meaning you're never far from quality products or trusted service. So keep that ride working and keep your life on the road moving with Napa. Visit NapaOnline.com to find the Napa location near you. They've got, like I said, Napa know-how. Now, coming up, we've got a very unusual farming story for you farmers out there. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Comedy, guests, Bob and Tom exclusives, and it's here on the internet. Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, I'm right here too on the internet or whatever you are listening to me on, but I'm glad you're listening. I'm Mark Allison. Good morning. Hey, we've got people all over the country this weekend. A great opportunity to get out there, see some live comedy and friends of the Bob and Tom Show. Who am I talking about? Well, let's start at the top. Willie Griswold's going to be hosting at Helium in Indianapolis for Brett Terhune at Willie.Griswold on his Instagram. That's Friday and Saturday night. Again, Helium, downtown Indy, hosting for Brett Terhune. Josh Arnold on the road, Des Moines, Iowa, along with Jeff Oskey. That's Friday night and Saturday night. The Funny Bone in Des Moines. Donnie Baker, the Opera House in Dothan, Alabama tonight. Tomorrow night, Saturday, Chelsea Live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Then he heads to Texas. That's right. Donnie Baker with a cowboy hat, some cowboy boots, ready to kick some ass at the Oaks in Vidor, Texas. Sunday night, July 24th. So get out there and see some live comedy. Pat Godwin, McCurdy's Comedy Theater tonight through Sunday, Sarasota, Florida. And Greg Warren at the Looney Bin in Wichita, Kansas tonight. And Saturday night, the 23rd, GregWarrenComedy.com for more. I did not stumble. I did not miss one person or mess up one date or one location. That is talent, ladies and gentlemen, and you are welcome. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Kyler Murray, quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals, has agreed to a long-term contract that will keep him in Arizona through the 2028 season. Two-time Pro Bowler selection, taken number 1 overall out of Oklahoma after he won the Heisman, largely delivered in his quest to make the Cardinals a better franchise. Arizona had a 5-10-1 record during his rookie season in 2019, but they improved to 11-6 last season. College football, Georgia's Kirby Smart has agreed to a contract extension through the 2031 season. $110 million over 10 years. Major League Baseball yesterday in the American League, a pair of doubleheaders. Houston beat the Yankees twice, and Detroit and Oakland split their doubleheader. Interleague action, Texas blanks Miami 8-0. In the National League, Dodgers beat San Francisco 9-6 in L.A. And WNBA scores from last night, Washington beat New York 78-69. L.A. over Atlanta, 85-78, and Vegas beat Indiana, 90-77. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Hi, I'm Marty Gleckman for Casket Carnival.
It's a Casket Carnival. You won't lose your shirt. It's a Casket Carnival. When we shovel on the dirt. stick you in the grave. We won't steal you. Casket Carnival.
We've got lots of games and prizes, and since many of our coffins are scratch and dent or gently used models, we pass the savings on to you at Casket Carnival. And don't forget to say hello to our lovable mascot, Embalmo the Clown.
Hey, yeah, there. Thanks for coming to the Casket Carnival. You're really gonna dig our prices there. Don't forget to ask about our layaway plan, huh? Hey, geez, what's wrong with these people? I'm dying up here, huh? At the cremation station, we want to earn your business. You know, sometimes I wish I were dead.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7, of course.
We're in a gym today to find out what athletes need after they've had a big workout. Excuse me, sir?
Yeah.
You look pretty sweaty.
Yeah. I just jogged 5 miles. I did the weights, did some step aerobics. God, I'm dying.
What do you need after a big workout like that?
I could use a big glass of water.
Water?
Yeah.
You don't want water. You need something to replace your bodily fluids. Get you back on your feet again.
Yeah, that makes sense. All right, what do you got?
Here, try this.
What is it?
Thirspiration Plus.
Thirspiration Plus, huh?
Replaces all your bodily fluids after a big workout.
All right, I'll try it. Jesus, what is that? Tastes like sweat.
It is sweat. Well, a little coloring. We added some carbonation, but...
What are you trying to do to me?
Thirspiration Plus replaces all your bodily fluids lost during a big workout. Thirspiration Plus. Bodily sweat and icy cold jug.
Come here, you crazy son of a...
I borrow your shirt and your shorts for later.
You're sick.
Thirspiration Plus. Lemon lime, tropical punch, or clear.
Can I borrow your shorts for later?
Bob and Tom 24/7.
You know you're too high when you're eating cereal naked and your girlfriend tells you to put some clothes on. You realize it's not your girlfriend. It's just a woman on a bus. That's how you know you're too high.
Comedian Diana Jordan is here with us. Now, can I ask you something?
Yeah.
Since you've been here last, have you had any augmentation of any kind?
No.
Okay. It must be.
I'm wearing the Wonder Bra.
Is that, are you kidding?
No. I just showed it.
Impressive.
Yeah. They call it the Wonder Bra because when you take it off, the guy wonders where in the hell you're.
Hi, this is Kostaki Economopoulos, and you are listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Well, hi, chick.
Hey, Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Chick.
Yeah, there's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee. And here's Tom.
Thank you very much. Coming up, we have asked you to send us. This was a bad idea. Asking you to send us your parents' favorite curse words.
Yeah, I mean, we can't really discuss them.
It's amazing. It's amazing how many of these are classics. And I can't read this one, but thank you, Carlo, for taking the time to send it.
What else should we have people send us we can't read?
Right.
Scott, thank you for sending this one.
Apparently, my dad wasn't the only one who did the S word when he sneezed. We have another.
Oh, that's funny.
Blake sent
I bet
it.
he loved making you giggle when you would do it.
Here's one. This is unusual. Thank you, Tom in Erie, Pennsylvania. He would say when driving a nail, his dad would say if something went wrong and the nail bent or whatever, that one's being a real bitch kitty. I have never heard
Nor
that.
have I.
That brings me to this. This is Mike G. from Kentucky. My son and daughter fight, and my daughter likes to call her brother a bitch licker.
Whoa.
My wife and I have
Certainly
no
more graphic.
have no clue where she came up with this, but it's become all of our favorites in our house.
Yeah. It's one of those words that sounds way dirtier than it actually is.
When a kid is like 12 and they don't know exactly how to cuss yet,
it's the best.
And they start freestyling, they come up with some very fun combinations.
Now, here's one. This is this lady's grandmother. She would say, how do I get this on the air here?
I don't know.
Commonly used slang term for the female bosom.
Okay.
Starts with a T.
Yeah.
Grandmother would say, when she would get confused, would say, "Oh, sugar." Now I know that's the name of a city, actually. Sure.
Call me sugar.
That is really unusual. And then the rest of these, like a lot of them, there's a lot of F's in a lot of these.
Sure, yeah.
Maybe we can dance around some. And it's just interesting which curse words your parents use. Ace, once again, growing up in a curse-free household, and Ace is not a cursor. It's amazing.
They say people who curse a lot are smart.
Hello, Bob.
Damn right.
Show.
Sorry.
Hello.
Well, this is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Skip Stones, and this is some other news. Well, parents, as you know, it's back to school time, which means shopping for school supplies. And with inflation, school supplies can be very expensive. So I've done some research to find ways to save you money on these supplies, and here are my recommendations. Instead of a package of costly, bright-colored highlighters, just give your kid a black Sharpie and tell him to use it to highlight everything that's not important and learn the stuff he can still read.
Redact, really.
Yeah. By the way, a 96 or 120 pack of crayons doesn't make sense when there are only 47 known colors in the whole world.
Oh.
Am I right?
I guess.
I don't know.
Well, that one was being a real bitch kitty, wasn't it?
Just read the script.
Do you know the 96 pack contains the color neon carrot?
Really?
I did not know that.
Who is that for? Who is that for? Kids that go to elementary school in Chernobyl?
Oh.
Hey, here's a better idea. Buy an 8-pack of crayons and give your kid one crayon and send a note saying, "Please excuse my little Johnny. He's colorblind."
Oh.
Saving money. That's the theme here. Hey, why pay good money for a package of pencils when you can go to your local miniature golf course and grab them for free by the handful? Speaking of repurposing items, is there really any sense in spending $10 on blunt-edged safety scissors when you have those gas-powered hedge clippers hanging in the garage that you've never sharpened and hardly ever use? Just a question.
Unwieldy, I would think.
Yeah. Here's a way to save a bundle of money. Instead of buying a backpack, do this instead. Look around your house to see if you have an old Samsonite briefcase. Hey, if your kid complains, tell him to slap a Jose Cuervo sticker on the side of it to make it look more festive.
Yeah.
Another bitch kitty right there. Also, remind him at Halloween he can use the briefcase as part of his mini accountant costume. That's always a winner. Usually. And finally, skip buying glue sticks and buy good old-fashioned paste instead. It does the same job cheaper, and you'll save even more because you won't have to give your kid lunch money.
Let him eat paste.
That's some bad eating there. Hey, this is Dick Hitzwater sitting in for Skip Stone, and this has been Some Other News. Son of a bitch.
It's always a pleasure. We now return to Chick McGee, already in progress.
Former NFL quarterback Drew Brees has purchased a stake in a Major League Pickleball team.
They call him the Breeze.
That's right, MLP.
Oh.
Major League Pickleball. Brees' stake in the Mad Drops Pickleball Club means he joins an ownership group that includes Los Angeles Lakers co-owner Jim Buss.
Shouldn't the headline just be Drew Brees hates money?
Is pickleball on TV now?
The retired NFL,
Everything's
you know what?
on TV.
Yeah, the Cornhole Championships are on TV this weekend.
Oh, those are fun.
Yeah, oh man.
But it's time now for a very special announcement, because I
What?
want you to slow down because I'm very confused. It's time for the special Bob and Tom Slow It Down moment. If you drive over the speed limit by a little or a lot, you can hurt someone. Speeding catches up with you. Paid for by NHTSA. Now slow down and tell me what's going on. Drew Brees is playing pickleball?
The retired NFL star and former football broadcaster said, he was let go from the NBC Sunday Night Football.
Oh.
He will not be on the broadcast any longer. He says, "I'm stoked to be the newest team co-owner for Mad Drops Pickleball Club in Major League Pickleball. Our 12-team co-ed league represents an incredibly competitive and exciting brand of pickleball. Pickleball, of course, a mix between tennis, badminton, and ping pong. Players use a paddle to hit a plastic ball over a net.
Sweeping the nation, kids.
Onto a court.
It is. It's getting very popular.
Very popular.
Retirement homes all over the.
Yeah, no, you don't have to be retired.
No, my friend Greg Warren and his buddies
Play all the time. Yeah.
I think giving it the name Mad Drops. The Mad Drops Pickleball League makes it sound a little more badass.
Well, pickleball in itself is a bad name. Why didn't they come up with something a little hipper than that?
It's the only sport you can eat a pickle and play at the same time.
Oh, is that what's going on?
Okay.
That's how they got the name.
Name's kosher with me.
That's how. That's because and bowling was also almost called smoking.
I wonder if he'll maybe get the announcing gig for that. No,
Yeah.
Why was he dropped from the football broadcast?
I don't know.
I thought he was pretty good.
Well, you were wrong.
Okay, sorry.
He would fart a lot in the booth. Yeah, apparently he was farting way too much.
Stinky breeze.
Yeah, man, we can't
Here
work.
comes another stinky breeze.
That's what they would say, and he'd laugh.
This is a world record. And these are the first 3 words out of my mouth. Are you ready?
Yes.
A guinea pig.
Okay. Why don't you get yourself... Never mind. We'll save that joke for off the...
There's $50.
Yeah, that is
Go
an
get yourself
unfortunate
a
name, I
nice-
think.
A guinea pig from North Carolina has earned the Guinness World Record for the most tricks performed by a guinea pig in 1 minute.
Is it one?
I was going to say.
No, it's and I thought this sounded really stupid till I watched the video.
Of course.
Coco, a male Abyssinia guinea pig, set the record with a total of 16 tricks. His owner, Gwen Ford, said that since achieving this Guinness World Records title, Coco is essentially retired.
Look at Coco giving T-Bone the business.
What kind of tricks does a guinea pig do?
Oh, here she is circling a cardboard roll.
She said now that...
Then here she is fetching, and this is kind of funny.
Oh, those kind of
no
tricks.
way.
Yeah.
I thought she was a whore.
Here she is fetching a little toy, and then she brings it back.
Where do you want me to crawl up?
It's really silly stuff. Opening the door to a little
His
cage.
owner has said now that he's older, he's calmed down and prefers to be just a guinea pig, which is eating, sleeping, pooping, repeating.
I see.
Okay. Wasn't it
But a boy.
guinea pig who had the most slam dunks or something like that? Was it?
Yeah, I think that must be the same one. This is a sport for folks who prefer to stay single.
Because they're not hurting anybody.
Have
Let
you
them do their
seen
thing.
You want to? Okay, you go out on a date. You go back to her place. Would you like to see my guinea pig?
Well, I was hoping for your beaver.
It's a little odd. It's not for me, but it's not hurting anybody. They're in their house. They're being fun. They're having fun with their little tiny guinea pig.
It's hurting the guinea pig. You should see what he does when the guinea pig doesn't get the tricks right.
Oh no!
Taser.
Is it a tiny little taser?
No.
How long do guinea pigs live?
5 to 6 years.
Oh, really?
Huh?
You knew that too fast.
No, I read because it was in the article.
Oh, okay.
So,
How old's Coco?
I was going to say.
Yeah, Coco's retired because
we have
he's...
some audio from Coco.
Yeah.
Okay. Cute little fellow, though. I have
doesn't
more
seem very
curse
long
words.
at all.
No, it
5
doesn't.
6 years. Wow.
It's long enough to get attached to something and then be really sad about it.
Right.
Yeah, get a dog. It's a real pet. Some more
Chinchillas last
parents' curse words.
Okay, what do you got over there?
Ben writes, my father's go-to is son of a motherless goat.
I love that one.
Have you heard that before?
Yeah, and Three Amigos, I think, is the first time I heard that.
Oh, wow. My dad's grandpa, Bill, would get upset and say, well, wouldn't that frost your balls?
That's very good.
Thank you, Cynthia. I have never heard. That's a
I've never
great
heard that one.
Frosty ball.
Wouldn't that frost your balls?
Man.
That's just beautiful. Eric writes, you rat fink son of a bitch.
That's good too.
Mm-hmm. So that seems more of the classic mold.
Wasn't that another hit from what's his face? Rat Fink. Doodle-doo-doo. Wasn't it?
Rat Fink.
And the Sherman, the guy
Was
you
that
like.
Alan Sherman?
Alan Sherman.
I just remember
Rat
hating
Fink.
that song. Wow. A lot of these have the F word in them. It really can't.
Well, yeah.
Well, that's because it's the number one curse word, I would think.
But they're variations and.
For the 1 millionth consecutive week, it's F word.
Oh, yeah, it's been top of the charts.
Number one.
Heck yeah.
I've got to remember.
In all countries, everyone knows that word.
Wouldn't that frost your balls? That is a nice one to have. Is that sports?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks.
Oh, Chick, you know what's going on?
Good old frosty balls.
This is what you farted for.
There we go. Whatever you do, always be a good sport. What's going on, Christy?
The Ernest Hemingway Lookalike Contest is underway in Key West, Florida this weekend.
That. Yeah.
135. And I don't like the way the Associated Press wrote this, and I even said it on the 24/7.
That's exactly right. Listen to how they describe it.
This year's event attracted 135 portly, bearded men.
I think that's fair.
That's
no,
kind.
it's not. Chick is not portly.
I'm not portly.
No, he's a bit of a fat ass, but he's not portly.
Well, what's the most delicate way to say that?
Chubby?
Thick?
Chick is not any of those things, and he looks more like Ernest Hemingway than any of these
I'm not
guys.
suggesting this that I'm talking about Chick. I'm just saying if you have a man who is heavier, what is the polite way?
Why couldn't they just say 135 bearded men? Why did they have to even bring in the word portly?
Because you don't want some, Black Crowes lead singer guy up there.
Well, that guy looks like if Don Knotts had a Hemingway beard.
The victor will be chosen
but back to
tomorrow
my
night.
question, Josh. You're the wordsmith in the room.
I'm also the fatty. I know what you're doing.
No, I am not. Would you prefer to be described as corpulent comedian?
No.
Portly?
Why not just comedian, Josh Arnold?
You don't need the adjective.
Again, I'm trying to help the Associated Press here. They're the ones that put.
I think portly's fine.
You
I
do?
mean, just because it's also like of the Hemingway time.
Yeah, it's a dated reference.
Yeah.
It's also, but one time my uncle, this is real, he goes, "You're not fat, you're portly," and that felt meaner. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think it sounds meaner.
I don't mean to name drop here, but Amy Schumer one time goes, you're not really fat. You got kind of a Kevin Smith thing going. I go, you mean fat? I know he's thin now because he had a heart attack.
He's a stick.
Yeah.
Now.
Yesterday marked the 123rd anniversary of Hemingway's birth.
Wow. He'd be really old.
I just was reading about Lizzo.
Yes.
Naturally.
And she was terrific. If you saw that Saturday Night Live rerun, one of the best hosts I've ever seen in that show. Anyway, but they described her as thick.
Yeah, for women.
In a complimentary way.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yeah.
So earlier this week, I was reading about Lizzo's eating habits. And
boy, that was a long article, huh?
Man,
No.
guys.
She's vegan.
Really?
Yeah. Well, bread.
Well, I mean,
candy.
Are you having fun over there?
You okay over there, bitch kitty?
That's a lot of vegetables.
Well, doesn't that frost your balls? Yeah, I don't know if there's a polite way to say. I thought corpulent sounds
Fatter.
It does.
Corpulent sounds
I'm
fatter
corpulent.
than portly. to
You know
me.
what I mean? It's
Yeah.
almost
Yeah, like
onomatopoeia.
you're dead, like
What about
a
just-
corpse.
What about big? He's a big man. He's a
He's
big guy. A lot of guys that work at gas stations call me big man when I walk in there. Hey, big man.
Hey, big man.
Do they really?
Yeah, I think if you're over like 200 pounds and you're a dude, you're getting big man when you walk into places.
That's interesting.
That's way better than when they're being ironic, like, "Hey, Slim." Like, oh, what a you jerk!
I'm gonna get my Pepsi elsewhere.
My buddy he lived in Chicago for a while. I think you lived there for a little bit, Willie, right?
I don't even know anymore.
He's real thin. He's rail thin, and he said he was crossing the street, and this homeless guy kept coming up to him and going, "Hey, big man! Hey, big man! You got any money, big man?" He goes, "Don't do that." He goes, "I don't call you homeowner."
And the word homeless apparently has entered the restricted vocabulary.
Can't say that anymore? What are they?
Temporarily unhoused, I believe. It's a tragedy, I guess.
The latest I saw was Fairy Godmother is going.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They're apprentices or
yeah,
something?
Yeah, they're getting rid of that.
Yeah.
Why?
Completely. The gender. They want to get rid of it. They don't want to make it gender.
Oh, so it's not the pejorative meaning of fairy from
No, it's
years ago.
yeah, it's
godmother.
the godmother part.
It's just apprentices.
So is it fairy apprentice or is it?
I don't know. I
mean, fairy means
like a
ethereal.
Exactly, a sprite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like Tinkerbell.
Yeah. A real Tinkerbell.
Yeah.
Well, look, I know you can't win, but so we'd like your sample curse words, please. Curse words your parents or grandparents used, if you please.
Or even if they're not curse words, but they use them in lieu of.
A chick knows this story. The first house I ever owned, I hired this guy to come do a bunch of carpentry. He was an older feller, and he does whatever we all do with hammers. He hit his thumb hard with the hammer, and he went, "Mother Fletcher!"
Yes, yeah.
And there was a bank at the time in this town called something Fletcher. And every time I drove by, I'd think of that guy hitting his thumb with that.
I love that.
But
son of a biscuit eater, that's fun.
Yeah, son of a biscuit. I had a camp counselor said that.
These are all great. I'd love to hear more of these.
What about Mother Puss Bucket? Doesn't Bill
that's
Murray,
a good one.
Bill Murray use that?
Yeah.
And,
Son of a motherless
I
go.
think.
Well, please send them to us. We'd love to hear from you. Give me the teaser, Christy Lee.
Well, we have underwear in the news. We have Velveeta in a very unique way, especially if you like a cocktail, and a wine heist that might interest you. And iguanas in the news today. I have another iguana story I want to share with you.
Is this a true life you ran into an iguana story?
No, it was a video that I saw on the internet, but it's pretty fascinating.
Okay. I want to remind you can watch the Bob and Tom Show after the show if you want. Catch the show. Go to YouTube and search Bob and Tom Show. We've got a bunch of stuff posted there.
You might be surprised at just how naked we are when we do this show.
Yeah. Who knew?
Check it out.
I don't want to surprise you, but if you're in the Des Moines area tonight or tomorrow, it's going to be Josh Arnold on stage with our own Jeff Oskey. Jeff coming up, by the way, today with the News We Failed to Mention show.
We can't make him laugh, though, because his ribs hurt.
He's got a few broken ribs, but he'll be on stage making you laugh.
I don't think we'll have to worry about it.
Pat Godwin tonight at McCurdy's Comedy Theater in Sarasota, Florida. By the way, tomorrow night, Pat recording his television show. Television.
He's on the television?
It's picture radio.
He's on the squawk box?
At last, he's talking to us.
Well, doesn't that frost your balls? When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Just got to get a hold of us. Call, fax, mail, or email. Get all the contact information you need at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Boy, this week in Fort Mitchell, Kentucky sure has a lot of dummies in town. It's the annual ventriloquist convention.
Morning, Bob and Tom Show. I'm sorry? What did you say?
From the ventriloquism convention?
Yeah. And I'm not moving on this.
I can tell.
We can tell.
I can tell your lips are pretty still there. Jerry, what's the name of your partner?
Timmy.
Timmy?
It's Julie.
Can Timmy? Can Timmy speak into the phone? Hand him the phone.
You're going to drink some water.
Drink some water while talking to us. Okay,
go
great.
ahead.
I'll have to call you back.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Comedy via your computer. Bob and Tom 24/7.
This is Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Yeah, it is. Good morning, Mark Allison with you. Hey, it's Friday, or as we like to say around here, Fry-yay. I know. The 22nd of July, Jeff Oskey with the news we failed to mention. What are you doing this weekend? Well, if you've got no plans, why don't you come on over No. Why don't you check out the Bob and Tom Show podcast? Yes. BobandTom.com/podcast. They're free to download. The Bob and Tom Show Extra podcast, weekday afternoons at 3 p.m. Eastern. That Josh Arnold podcast discussing fun topics. You might learn something. And the Bits and Pieces podcast focused on the Bob and Tom Show. It's a dive into the archives and a discussion of some of their favorite bits and pieces from the show. You got Willie Griswold as a host. You also have Jason Offset. You've got Jessica Alsman and Jess Hooker. Yes, that's right. 4 co-hosts as they dive into the Bits and Pieces podcast, all free and ready for you. Something to do this weekend and extra Bob and Tom content. Where do I find it, you ask? BobandTom.com/podcasts. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. U2, Gladys Knight, and Amy Grant are among the music acts getting Kennedy honors this year. The center is out with its list of recipients, which also includes actor George Clooney and music composer Tania Leon. The honors are going to be presented on December 4th. Pete Seeger, the latest American musician to be put on a U.S. postage stamp. The late folk singer is immortalized on a forever stamp in a color-tinted black and white photo from the 1960s. The stamps were first issued yesterday and will be celebrated tonight at the Newport Folk Festival, where Seeger often performed and served on the festival's board. He died in 2014 at the age of 94. And fans of the famed American writer Ernest Hemingway are all in Key West, Florida this weekend for the annual Hemingway Look-alike Contest. This year's event attracted 135 portly bearded men vying to be named the winner. The victor will be chosen tomorrow night, the day before the event ends, and those doing the picking will be previous winners of the contest. Yesterday marked the 123rd anniversary of Ernest Hemingway's July 21st birth. Well, no wonder Chick's not entered. He's not portly at all. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Hey, Shooter, it's Kenny Tarmac. Hey, we just landed. I'm an ORD, just got in from TPA through ATL. And hey, guess what else just landed? The Bob and Tom app. I know. Now, thanks to the Bob and Tom app, even if I have to go all the way from Foxtrot 20 down to Alpha 4, I can still listen live, see their videos, find an affiliate station, use the alarm, and even send a message. This is Kenny Tarmac signing off and reminding you, everything I touch turns to sold.
Hi, this is Bobcat Goldthwait, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
They both make a living in their bare feet. Catching one is like a treat, and they both hang out right there by the shell. They both walk slow at a simple pace, both afraid to show their face, but only one has a built-in place to hide. Turtles and whores, turtles and whores. I love them turtles and whores. They both advertise a little tail, move so much and never get mail. They both go by the same nickname, Snapper. Daddy never told about the birds and bees, but always talked about both these and made it clear only one was fit to eat. Turtles and whores.
Yeah.
Turtles and whores. I love them turtles and hoes.
Turtles and hoes.
Now, if you catch one, here's some advice. One is dirty and the other ain't nice. So be polite and always walk up from behind. Make small talk, never let them see fear. Don't work alone, just bait or beer. And when you're done, just drop them by the river. Turtles and whores.
Everybody.
Turtles and whores. I've caught both while fishing. I'm always on a mission. And they both hate the kitchen. Turtles and whores.
You don't say we didn't warn you. There's laughter ahead.
You guys want to grab lunch?
We can't go anymore.
Holy
That's
cow.
a good day's work, everybody.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. Bob and Tom 24/7.
WWE SmackDown.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hey.
There's Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair. Hey, there's Ace Cosby. Manning the track phone hotline. Hot phone.
Yeah.
There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee. I got a letter, and here's Tom.
I'm going through Grandpa's curse words.
Aren't these fun?
These are great.
This is an older gentleman curse word. This is from Ellen. She's a nurse. We had a patient who, elderly man. Anytime we did anything to slightly cause him any discomfort at all, he would yell, "God bless America," in a very angry tone.
Oh, that's a good one.
Here's the same thing. This must be that era.
He's passed away.
Why did you have to say
I
that?
don't think that was in there.
Dick Pickle. Chill. God, it's unbelievable. Scott writes, my grandfather was a badass World War II veteran. He never cursed. However, when he'd get really angry, he'd go, "Well, good night."
Oh.
That's the same idea.
This is from Karen in Ohio. My dad's favorite cuss word, Judas Priest. And my Catholic mother would always scold and correct him with, "Clifford, Judas was never a priest."
I would have loved that back and forth every time.
That's what moms do.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good one.
Jiminy Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got a darn it all to heck. Love that.
I got fudge-sickle over here.
No, fudge-sickle, I say that.
Mary writes, my uncle would go, "Shucky Dern." That sounds like a TV detective. Tonight, a special episode of Shucky Dern.
What am I remember? Shucky Ducky.
Shucky Ducky Quack Quack.
Shucky Ducky Quack Quack.
There was a comedian who used to say that.
Shucky Ducky.
Sounds like the hamburger guy.
He was very similar type thing. Yeah.
Oh, we sampled that.
I think we did.
Shucky Ducky Quack.
Maybe in a couple minutes we can grab that Shucky Ducky guy.
Ducky.
We listened to like this whole record.
Oh, wait a minute.
Shucky Ducky
Can you
is
grab
the
that?
phone. Hello, Bob and Tom show.
Hey, Bob and Tom, it's Donnie Baker.
Hi, Donnie.
You know, I've never been a small fry when my mom Phyllis would get angry, and she's trying to raise me right. So, you know, rather than a natural F-bomb, she would just say fudge. For God.
Sure.
Yep.
And if she's real mad, she'd say hot fudge. You know, she's still got that habit. Heard you guys bragging, too, about your first concert stories.
Uh-huh.
Sure.
You know what? Not everybody cashes in on a big name like Elton John, Christy. You got lucky.
Yeah, I did.
'Cause some of us think it's going to be, you know, epic, and then out walks Richard Marx with the Mandrell sisters.
I'd like to see that, actually. I like Richard Marx.
I swear to God, it was some summer concert festival, and my mom Phyllis was in a dunk tank called Xanadu's was a sponsor, and they just installed the shower stage. So anyways, while she's taking a dip, I swapped out a 6-foot stuffed animal I won playing skee ball for a ticket fee concert, and I was in love with them Barbara Mandrell sisters on the poster.
They were pretty.
I mean, back then we couldn't afford cable, so this was as close to Charlie's Angels I knew I'd ever get.
Yeah.
But the Barbara Mandrell sisters were fire ass hot back then, and I used to have memorized. There was Louise, Erlene, I forget the other one. But, man, here they come. Then Richard Marx walks out on stage with his hair on moosed out, wearing parachute pants, looking like that dick that plays guitar in the food court record. I swear to God. I'm playing a bunch of puss tapes. But I love them Mandrell sisters, man. The Mandrell sisters were basically the Kardashians of the early 80s.
Really?
Well, except they could sing and had a soul. And that's all we had. I mean, in the way of hot chicks on stage, that was it until the Lord blessed us with the Bangles in about circus 1987. Remember the Bangles? Their lead singer was fire-ass hot.
Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, Susanna Hoffs.
Every time I looked at their poster, I boned up instant.
Nice.
Walk with an erection. I swear to God. Yeah, that worked until I glanced over at their bass player who was about 6'4" and curled her bangs like Larry Bird. Sometimes it was only hard in the middle. I gotta go.
Thanks, Donnie. Have a great weekend.
Just in the middle, Tom.
I don't know if I should confess this or not.
What?
Go ahead, please.
Donnie's not wrong about the Mandrell sisters. They were hot.
Very, very,
They
very
were
attractive
hot.
young lady.
And my grandparents saw some one or two or whatever of them in Branson. And they were showing us pictures from their trip. And my grandpa got his picture taken with a couple of the Mandrell sisters.
Right.
And I ended up, it was like he was on the left and then it was a sister.
Right.
And I took that picture and I would just have to cover up my grandpa.
With your hand, you'd cover it up?
Yeah, I would hold it so that grandpa was totally, so I couldn't see him.
Would this photo go back into a shared photo album? Was it your?
No, I eventually just absconded. I kept it. He's absconded with
So
it.
then you would be manually pleasuring yourself.
Yeah.
DIYing.
Do you still have that?
No, I don't.
Oh, because if you can get a hold of that, I could have PJ put it in the computer and manipulate it and get rid of your grandpa.
Oh, boy, technology, huh?
You could be in there shirtless with the ladies.
We could insert
Yeah.
Naked.
Oh, man. Yeah.
How's your grandpa doing now?
Way dead. Way dead.
Way.
Oh, wait a minute. Is he the one that had the... I think I have the audio. I think I have the audio from his funeral.
You do, yeah.
Yeah,
because he and my grandma lived at this wonderful retirement facility or whatever they call those. And
assisted living?
Thank you very much. And they loved it there, and they wanted to have their funerals there. But the chapel was directly next to the rec room.
Yeah, I have the audio.
Okay,
your grandpa's funeral. Can we take a serious moment here in the show? And as you can see, Josh is sitting over there. He's seating his mom and dad. They're kind of thoughtless over there next door.
Just old guys talking trash to each other.
It's so. I mean, that is.
We said no behind the back.
What was happening?
Once again, we're looking for your grandparents or your parents' curse words. Any new ones over there?
I do say fudgesicle a lot now that you brought it up.
Really?
Yeah, I do.
JD writes in, he says, I have to be careful here, son of a bean dip, mother Frito. That's a good time.
Son of a bean dip.
Yeah, but that takes a lot of thought.
It does. That doesn't roll easily.
If you're flowing it out, you're going to trip on that one. And
I think that's part
up.
of this. You have to think about it, and that way you're kind of teaching yourself not to say cuss words in the future. This is folks that are
I'm going to use that one.
This is from Joel. He writes, my grandma would say, well, gosh, all Friday.
Gosh, all Friday.
That's very, I don't know what that means. That's very original.
Gosh, all Friday.
I love it.
Trey writes, I still use this one. Butter soft, bitch.
What? I wonder how. What? Like, he's being a butter soft bitch?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
My roommate Alana, my female roommate used to call me a baby back bitch, which that would kind of
like the baby back ribs thing?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she'd sing the song too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Willie's
really?
a baby
How
back, baby back,
sweet.
baby.
She's got it. She's very funny.
Okay, well, thank you.
Real funny.
Once again, we continue to look for your favorite grandparents and parents' curse words. And got a special request here. I'm going to squeeze this in if you don't mind. Tomas has asked me if I would do this in honor of his dad. He has left us. His name was Frank.
Where'd he go?
And
Florida?
He went to a place where he's going to listen to this great song right now by himself.
They both make a living in their bare feet. Catching one is like a treat. They both hang out right there by the shell. They both walk slow at a simple pace. Both afraid to show their face, but only one has a built-in place to hide. Turtles and whores, turtles and whores. I love them turtles and whores. They both advertise a little tail, move so much you never get mail. They both go by the same nickname, Snapper. Daddy never told about the birds and bees, but always talked about both these and made it clear only one was fit to eat. Turtles and whores, turtles and whores. I love them turtles and whores.
Turtles and whores.
Now, if you catch one, here's some advice. One is dirty and the other ain't nice. So be polite and always walk up from behind. Make small talk, never let them see fear. Don't work alone, just bait or a beer. And when you're done, just drop them by the river. Turtles and whores.
Everybody.
Turtles and whores. I've caught both while fishing. I'm always on a mission. And they both hate the kitchen. Turtles and whores.
There you go. Thank you very much, boy.
Going out to Frank.
Christy Lee, what do we got coming up?
Well, we have Comic-Con returning to San Diego.
Fun.
We have an iguana in a toilet, and we have a very unusual use for underwear.
Okay. And also, we got comedian Al Jackson joining us shortly. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Reach us toll free at 1-888-BOB-TOM-1 or at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Norman, honey, what you doing? It's getting late.
I'm downstairs, honey. Just getting some cereal. Snookums.
Thank God he found it. I was getting desperate. I hope this works. You know, Judy tried it with Ted, and she said he's become insatiable.
Boy, will Snookums be in for a treat, because her hubby is chomping on the new cereal for men who are sexually dysfunctional. It's Nuttin' Raisin, honey.
This sure is tasty. Honey, I'll be right up.
Nuttin' Raisin Honey, the cereal that gets you up in the morning, or any time for that matter. Nuttin' Raisin Honey. Eat them from the bowl or right out of the box.
Spanning the globe to bring you the constant variety of
Loads of curvy cleavage on display.
the thrill of victory and the agony of defeat.
Don't touch those.
Sorry. The human drama of
Loads of curvy cleavage on display.
This is
The Bob and Tom Show. No shoes, no shirt, no talent.
That's my cue, no talent. Good morning, Mark Allison along with you, rolling through a Friday. It's July 22nd, everybody. Jeff Oskey on the way with the news you failed to mention. And don't forget, tonight, it's Bob and Tom Tonight, the video webcast of highlights of today's show tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, on Bob and Tom's YouTube channel. Have you checked out our YouTube channel? It's not just a YouTube channel, it's the Bob and Tom YouTube channel. Oh, it's a lot of fun. A wormhole you can't get out of. You are going to enjoy it. Something else you can do this weekend. Go to our YouTube channel. You can watch the show. You can watch highlights of the show. You can rewatch the show later if you need to catch up. And you can also go through segments, highlights, blah, blah, blah. Let me tell you how YouTube works. You go to the website. You click. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with things you may have missed. U.S. Representative Lee Zeldin, the Republican candidate for New York governor, was assaulted by a man who apparently tried to stab him at an upstate event in New York. The head of the state Republican Party said the congressman got a small scrape but was not seriously injured. Zeldin said in a statement he was able to grab the attacker's wrist and stop him for just a few moments till others tackled him. Zeldin's campaign said the attacker was taken into custody. The congressman continued his speech. He's challenging incumbent Democrat Governor Kathy Hochul this November. The FBI says it found no evidence of missing Teamsters boss Jimmy Hoffa during a search of land under a New Jersey bridge. Hoffa's been missing since 1975 when he was last seen in suburban Detroit. The decades-long mystery turned last year to land next to a former landfill under the Pulaski Skyway in Jersey City. The FBI conducted a search there in early June. Spokeswoman Maria Schneider says nothing of evidentiary value was discovered. That's a look at things you may have missed. Bet you didn't think you'd be hearing about a search for Jimmy Hoffa today, but you never know what you're going to hear on Things You Missed, do you? More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
New York Yankees in the news in kind of an interesting non-sporting way today.
Yankee my wanky.
You'll find out what's going on.
How do you feel about commentary by Chick? Yankee my wanky.
Yankee my wanky.
Your thoughts on that, Tom?
I don't care if they don't hire. They never wanted to hire me at ESPN. I don't care.
Yeah.
I can't go in there and go Yankee my wanky. We'll be right back with the top 10.
I'll tell you what.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
That's awful.
Awful entertaining. Central Morning Radio. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Good morning to you. If sports is your thing, then you need to order Magic Johnson Sportscasting my way. You'll learn to butcher grammar like it's a dead cow.
Sometimes Charles do things
and he does them for himself. See, what the fans should understand here is that Phoenix don't like to really set up half court.
Magic's Insights will teach you how to lose your train of thought in the middle of a sentence.
You know, he's amazing. Every time he does something crazy or something.
Nobody can abruptly switch to a completely different thought like the Magic Man.
He's one of the best. If he get his feet set, hey, look out. And then also, he's having a good game. He had a good first game.
Contradictory thoughts in the same sentence? Like magic.
Kevin stumbled because his leg gave out on him in a sense. And so it's not 100% that leg, but he's doing, he's playing really well. He's not like he's favoring it at all.
Magic. Mangler.
Dan Marley is continually to help offer Byron Scott.
To get Magic Johnson sportscasting my way, call 1-800.
Oh, get it out of here.
Hey, everybody, this is Jimmy Pardo. You recognize my voice from the show.
WindowNation.com.
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show.
Let me explain to you how radio works.
Christy Lee at the news desk.
You.
There's Josh Arnold. There's Ace Cosby. Willie Griswold's here.
Feeling the music, Chick.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
The cars is by my window, like the rain out on the rain.
What the hell's that?
That's the Doors. I'm trying to think of songs about windows.
I don't know that one.
You do love a while ago.
Little LA woman. Thank you very much. Once again, if your grandparents or great-grandparents or parents cursed,
I have one.
What kind of curse words did they use? I'm really enjoying this. We can't use them all, of course, because a lot of them, your grandparents were filthy.
Yeah, and I got to be careful. It's from my friend Rudy. Here's one from his childhood. You yellow belly slap slucker.
Slucker?
Slucker. Slap slucker.
Huh.
So, yeah, I've heard the variation on that. So is the last word supposed to be the F word? Oh, I get it. Yeah,
Or maybe it's
the
a
twin
CS.
Fs, yeah. You yellow bellied. Okay. There we go. Again, we can't use them all, please. So they're certainly entertaining. We have to push on with a little bit of news with Christy Lee. What do you got over there?
Farmers in Delaware have been burying pairs of underwear in the ground for better crop health.
Really?
Are these clean underwear or are they soiled?
Or do they have holes in them from farting through them?
In the beginning
Soiled.
of May, the Sussex Conservation District planted several pairs of 100% cotton underwear in farm fields in Bethel and Georgetown. A little less than 60 days later, all that's left of the underwear is the elastic waistbands. According to the story, the disintegrated undies are an indication of healthy soil. Jonathan Walton with the Sussex Conservation District explained, quote, the better the ground, the heavier it is, the more microbes and activity you'll have.
You know how this started?
The better the ground, the better the pound.
Sorry. No, this is some farmer's wife found a pair of panties.
Honey,
30 feet from the barn.
Right.
I picked up panties at Goodwill because we bury them, and
That's right. Yes,
it's good for the soil.
you know this.
Now these crotchless ones, it lets the air breathe, in the and it will yield. We'll have fruit.
You'll see. You'll see.
We're growing fruit of the loom.
There you go.
Kind of bizarre.
You don't like my line that were they clean or dirty? Yeah, they were soiled. No,
we were all fine with it. Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
You said it
Received a big nothing.
What do you think it deserved?
That is a good question.
It's kind of an obvious, really.
Really? How about this thought, Christy? if you're planting soiled underwear, I didn't know we were planting corn.
Oh, okay.
Because it's in the poo.
It is. Okay.
No, it's in his smile.
Wow.
It must be in his kiss.
Okay. Well, this seems totally ridiculous.
I don't think it did anything.
I don't think it's a story, but we did it.
Well, did you hear the soiled gold?
Yeah.
Spun from that?
I wouldn't have done it.
Underwear,
Not had that kind of golden arrow in my quiver, only to shoot it and miss everything.
We just sat here like it was merely a bunch of words.
Yeah. Well,
What are we
Well,
thinking?
it's just such a stupid story. I mean, it doesn't even.
Here we go. This is interesting. Once again, we're talking about cursing.
Okay, remember, he said this.
Grandparents cursing. I like this one. This is Cole. He said, my parents never cursed, But now that I'm adult, my dad is warming up to cursing.
Nice. Okay.
Sometimes he'll say, stupid ass.
Oh, boy, that's a bad one.
Usually to some lunatic on the
Look
highway.
at this stupid ass. I like it.
That's good.
Yeah. Okay.
Jackass is so fun to say.
It's great.
Calling a guy, when a guy's being a jackass, this jackass, I smile.
Look at this jackass.
I think, now that you mentioned it, that was my father's favorite word.
Jackass?
Yeah.
I thought you said he never cursed.
Well, you can technically...
My dad said GD all the time.
Jackass isn't really
Yeah,
a curse
technically
word.
it's not a curse word.
It's a donkey.
Right.
You're just being a donkey.
Yeah, but I'm with Willie, though. I love using the word jackass.
I mean, let's go with the classics. Idiot. A lot of fun. And it's not
Can't
that
say the
mean,
word
I don't
idiot in
think.
our house. No.
You can't say idiot in the Lee house?
No.
My
It's a
goodness.
bad word.
It's so fun to throw around.
It's a bad word.
Josh, he's such an idiot. That's what me and Chick say. In the green room, we're not near you.
Yeah, that is a fun...
Willie, he's got his headphones on. Look at him.
How about this one? My grandfather would say, son of a sea cork.
Funny.
Vic from
Son of a
Pennsylvania.
sea cork? That doesn't even make sense.
Well,
that don't make no sense.
They don't have to.
Isn't that a nickname for a tampon? A sea cork?
SEA, Josh. Okay.
Oh, sorry.
Can I borrow a sea cork?
This guy, my dad would say, your ass is grass and I'm the lawnmower.
Oh, I've heard that.
My dad said that.
Yeah.
I've never heard the second
Your
half
ass
of
will
that.
be grass, pal. Yeah, my dad would say that too.
Your ass is grass. I've never heard and I'm the lawnmower.
Yeah.
What does that mean exactly?
You're going to get mowed.
You're going to get...
So that seems...
I've also heard you are Tokyo and I'm Godzilla. I've heard that.
Mm-hmm. What about like the I only came here to kick ass and chew gum? I'm almost out of bubble gum. That
All
one
out of bubble gum.
kind of in the same thing, right?
They live right with Roddy Piper.
Yeah, exactly. What's the one with it's your mouth is writing checks your body can't cash?
Yes.
Yeah, I've heard your ass can't cash.
Okay.
My father would say, your ass sucks buttermilk.
That is so weird.
Wow.
And if you were nervous or lying to him, he'd say, you're shaking like a dog crapping razor blades.
Oh, sure, yeah.
You've heard that one before?
Yeah. Or a dog essing tax, I've heard as well.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, that's rough. My Aunt Paula would always say, fart cubes.
What does that mean?
Fart cube.
It's like a broth like you cook with it, a fart cube. Tastes terrible. Why use that?
Some sort
is
of
a...
bouillon?
Yikes.
Bouillon?
That would be a funny fake product.
Fart cubes?
I mean, I think a fake bouillon would have maybe the Depression. I don't know that now. Who's cooking with bouillon still?
I have it.
Yeah, but have you really cooked with it recently?
Yes.
Well, stop.
The little cubes?
You don't need
Dissolve
that
it
stuff.
in water?
We have actual food.
Isn't it bouillon?
Bouillon.
Bouillon, not bouillon?
Bouillon.
I thought it was bouillon.
Did you make a bouillabaisse with bouillon?
I don't know. Could we move on, Bon?
Hey, speaking of food, according to Food and Wine magazine, Velveeta Cheese is releasing a so-called Velveeta Martini at select restaurants this month.
Really?
The $15 drink is sometimes called a Veltini.
Is that right?
And the brand describes it as an unapologetic, outrageously cheesy spin on a martini.
It's cheesy.
It combines Velveeta infused vodka, olive brine, and vermouth.
Delicious.
Olive brine and cheese sounds pretty good, though.
The beverage is garnished with a cheese drip and a toothpick of Velveeta stuffed olives and jumbo Velveeta shells and cheese.
Doesn't olive brine sound like the bitchy church lady? Now here comes olive brine.
And now with this week's announcements, here's olive brine.
Not enough of you have signed up for the bake sale.
The Velveeta
Thank you, Olive.
Excellent.
And I make the peanut butter chocolate cookies. You can't make the peanut butter chocolate cookies. I made them for years.
The Velveeta Martini will be available at a number of restaurants nationwide. They're also releasing a limited number of Velveeta Veltini kits on goodbelly.com.
Here's a picture of one. It looks just awful.
Is it the yellow of...
Yeah, it's yellowy, and it's got congealed cheese around the rim, and then the toothpick with the cheese stuffed olives.
Yeah.
Sounds good. Get on the plane, have a nice drink.
I know people who swear by... Chick, maybe you enjoy these. like a blue cheese stuffed olive.
I like those. Yeah, I like those a lot. Yeah, those are really good.
I can't see James Bond getting a Velveeta martini unless he's at the state fair. Well, can you see James Bond at a state fair?
Melted, not cubed. Oh, that got a way better. I'll take a break, I think.
I was just the thought of James Bond. He's in
his tuxedo,
a beautiful morning coat, whatever.
Oh, I love these potato twists.
Could I get some deep fried cow balls?
That sounds like a curse word.
Deep fried cow balls.
Because what was the one James Bond movie? It's some incredibly exotic South American festival with beautiful masks and dancing.
Yeah. That weird parade.
Yeah, can you see Bond walking by the tilt-a-whirl, some kid vomiting, and I'd like a lemon shaker, please. Do we have any alcohol?
May I have a corned dog?
I don't think that would be happening. What am I saying? Give me the teaser, Christy Lee.
Well, we have Al Jackson coming up. That's quite the teaser.
We do.
He teases us, doesn't he?
Al has been down with the COVID.
Yes, he has.
We'll find out what's going on with Al Jackson and find out what the latest is in lingo. But right now,
listen to me talk about Raycon earbuds.
Okay.
How about that? Raycon's everyday earbuds look, feel, and sound better than ever. With 3 sound profiles now to choose from, it'll match whatever you're listening to. They feature noise isolation, awareness mode, so you can be immersed or tune into your surroundings when you need to. And you can listen while you travel, maybe a grueling workout. The optimized gel tips on the Raycons will fit every ear ever made. The earbuds are comfortable enough for all-day wear, and they do not budge. And with Raycon, you also get 8 hours of playtime, 32 hours of battery life, and you get all this for half the price of other premium audio brands. No wonder Raycon's everyday earbuds have over 49,000 5-star reviews. Go to buyraycon.com/Tom, and there's more. Get 15% off your Raycon order. That's buyraycon.com/Tom, 15% off your Raycons. That's buyraycon.com/Tom.
We get love letters about the Raycons. Once again, buyraycon.com/Tom. Coming up, comedian Al Jackson. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Morning laughter just might be the best medicine.
No matter how hard I try, can't keep my hands off my face.
Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, if you're looking for something to do this weekend, we have comedians on the road. Donnie Baker, Dothan, Alabama. Tonight at the Opera House. Saturday night, Chelsea Live in Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Sunday night, the Oaks in Vidor, Texas. Dang it. DonnieBaker.com for more information. ThatJoshArnold.com for Josh on the road at the Funny Bone in Des Moines, Iowa. Jeff Oskey along. Friday and Saturday night, the Funny Bone, Des Moines, Iowa. I know you're going to show up. ThatJoshArnold.com. Pat Godwin, Sarasota, Florida. McCurdy's Comedy Theater tonight through Sunday. Greg Warren at the Looney Bin in Wichita, Kansas. GregWarrenComedy.com. And Willie Griswold. Friday and Saturday night, he's going to be hosting at Helium right in Indianapolis, downtown, for Brent Terhune. It's going to be fun at Willie.Griswold on the Insta. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News. President Joe Biden says he's doing great after testing positive for COVID-19. The 79-year-old Biden is experiencing very mild symptoms, including a stuffy nose, fatigue, and cough. He's taking the antiviral drug designed to reduce the severity of the disease. Biden fully vaccinated, and he shall isolate for 5 days, then will return to his usual activities after a negative test. Dangerously high temps have threatened much of the Northeast and Deep South as huge swaths of the country are sweltering. The heat wave could continue for days and send temperatures soaring in places like Boston, Little Rock, and Virginia Beach. The 100-degree-plus heat is expected to extend into the weekend. Officials urging you to seek shelter, drink lots of water, and check on elderly neighbors for signs of distress. And according to the FBI, there's no evidence of missing Teamster boss Jimmy Hoffa, found during a search of land under a New Jersey bridge. Hoffa has been missing since 1975, when he was last seen in suburban Detroit. The decades-long mystery turned last year to land next to a former landfill under the Pulaski Skyway in Jersey City. The FBI conducted a search there early in June and found no sign of Hoffa. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Bob and Tom 24/7.
Here at the Bob and Tom Audio Institute, we catalog key pieces of audio for archival and historical purposes. We continually research and examine significant pieces of audio to ensure their accuracy and validity. Today, we look at the first ever recording by Thomas Edison, where in 1877 he successfully recorded the following on a primitive wax cylinder.
A little piece of practical poetry. Mary had a little lamb, its fleece was white as snow, and everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go.
The distinguished staff here at the Bob and Tom Audio Institute noticed the labeling method used by Mr. Thomas Edison. This famous piece of audio was labeled 05TE for Thomas Edison, 02. Knowing this format is the industry standard to this day, we here at the Institute theorize there must be a 05TE01. After years of research and investigation, we have uncovered the following audio cylinder. This is the very first ever recording by Mr. Thomas Edison.
The first words I spoke in the original phonograph. Here we go. What's
This has been a Bob and Tom Audio Institute exclusive. Thank you for joining us.
Hi, this is Augie Smith. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Lord Coretta's a fine young comedian. Are you a health guy? You run, you look very slender. And
I'm not a big health guy, although I'm healthy. I just had a complete physical, and unfortunately I'm at that age where you get the real intense physical.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I hope I'm not sharing too much, but the doctor actually stuck a camera in my rectum. It wasn't part of any procedure. He just suspected that his nurse was stealing from him.
Pizza Hut, apparently, is going to start delivering cold beer along with their food.
No kidding.
Way. They started the testing beer delivery program in Phoenix, Arizona.
And it passed with flying colors.
Yeah, everyone took it.
Yeah.
So how do you prove that you're of legal age?
The company told Fortune magazine it plans to expand that.
I'd like a large pizza, please.
And 40 beers.
Hello. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Good mind.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Hi.
There's Ace Cosby.
Hey.
Manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom Griswold.
We were talking about
Sorry to wake you.
Yeah, turn your mic on.
I'm over here preparing.
Oh. I look forward to what you have to present us.
Well, we were talking about curse words, and especially ones that your grandfather or grandmother might use, or and often variations, ways of sort of cleaning up curse words, like mother Fletcher, or this one here, son of a sea cook.
Son of a sea cook.
I like stuff like fiddlesticks. That's a great one.
Yes.
Dag nabbit. Did we go over Dag nabbit?
Cheese and rice.
This is one that was brought up that I heard a lot, and it brings up a good question. My grandfather used to always say, "What the Sam Hill?"
Oh, I love Sam Hill.
Now, who the hell is Sam Hill?
Yeah, that was in a lot of cartoons.
It sure was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the middle initial when you're taking the Lord's name in vain? When you say Jesus H? What is that? Is that a real thing? Is that biblical, or is that just some weird old folksy thing?
Yeah, I don't know where that.
I don't know how that started either.
Here's the one that this guy said there was no cursing. My grandmother would say, "Shucky Dern." I don't know what that means, but you asked about Shucky Duck.
Quack, quack.
Here is the comedian.
Oh, shucky ducky quack quack. Yeah. Let me tell y'all what shucky ducky is. See, shucky ducky is this phrase that I created that means disappointment or excitement.
Yeah.
For example, instead of cursing when you stomp your toe, you say shucky ducky.
No one
You
laughs.
find a girl or a guy you like, you say, oh, shucky ducky.
Now they're on board.
Now, if you get the girl pregnant, you say, damn.
You see
Well,
it.
you done shuck your ducky too long.
He's having fun.
Yeah, that's
The infamous story about him is that it was all going well and good for his career until, I believe it was at the Apollo, and he was doing his act, and Chris Rock was emceeing that night, and Shucky Ducky left the stage, and Chris Rock said, Shucky Ducky, whack, whack. And that was the end.
Oh, people stood up there laughing so much, running around. Oh, my gosh, that's so funny.
Whoops.
Okay, well, the one that's similar to that I like a lot more is this guy.
Hamburger. Joker, what in the world you dressed up for Halloween? Like a hamburger on to deliver mail or something. What's up with you? You overweight, that's your problem. Can't take a joke? I know you take an order of fries right by now, couldn't you?
Wow.
Hamburger, look at his feet. Feet so big as Nike spelled Nickelodeon. Look at that.
That's a full word.
Wow. Hamburger, you give me a bad name. Take that hat off. Are you hungry? Let me make your big behind feel at home. Hey, hey, hey. Hamburger.
This guy,
who you ladies
got a
supposed to be in vote?
babysitter.
I got news for you. Never going to get it. Never going to get it.
And he calls himself.
I think that whatever the hat the guy was wearing must have had something that said on it that we didn't see.
Oh, it's very
So he just comes out swinging.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That guy
Yeah,
can
he
never
does.
listen to that Never Gonna Get It song ever again. It's always going to hurt his feelings.
And the poor guy's crying in the front row.
We got a babysitter for
You
this.
overweight, that's your problem. That's your problem.
Well, thank you, doctor.
Yeah, I appreciate that, hamburger.
Take an order of fries.
Was Hamburger a thin man?
No.
I've never
No, that's the thing.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Oh,
he
so,
didn't sound like a thin man. Does
Mr.
that
Burger,
sound
Mr.
terrible?
Burger is a man of a certain size.
But he was right. He wasn't thin. Alonzo Hamburger Jones.
Is he still with us?
Portly?
He's still alive, though, right?
Yeah, I think he is still with
Nice
us.
callback, chick. Portly.
Yeah.
Okay, well, now it's time to move forward here with Christy Lee. Again, we are searching for your grandparents' curse words. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. We'd love to hear.
Tom, the euphemism Sam Hill.
Yes.
There's a possible origin for the phrase "what."
What the Sam Hill?
He was a surveyor in the 1800s. Hill allegedly used such foul language that his name became a euphemism for swear.
Oh wow. Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
That makes
So it'd
sense
almost be like saying
John Hancock or something?
What the Dice Clay.
Yeah.
That kind of thing.
Oh, all right. Oh.
By the way, a Shucky Ducky is the stage name of Cecil Armstrong of Dallas, Texas.
Okay. I'd like to meet Shucky Ducky and Hamburger. I'd go see that
duo.
Yeah.
I love catchphrases in comedy. It's a lot of fun.
I don't think I could pull one off, but I do enjoy them too.
What would yours be if you had one, maybe?
Oh, man.
Maybe you just used it.
Sassafras is good.
Sassafras.
So is he supposed to say it with that particular patois?
No, you can use it for, what did he say? Exclamation or discouragement or whatever? Sassafras.
What would yours be, Willie?
It's Big Man. That's Big Man City. That's not good.
I kind of like that's Big Man City.
That's Big Man.
What was the one you had for a while over here?
I said Big Time for a while. That was a good one.
Yeah, big time.
I used to say we're having fun a lot, but that's kind of Dusty Slade as we're having a good time. That's a great one.
Big Man City, I think. Is,
What about like I'm the mayor of Funtown? Is that anything good?
I feel like that's
Probably
out
been-
there.
yeah.
But nobody's using that's Big Man.
Try Big Man. Try Big Man City tonight. See how it goes over.
Also, I'm working with Brent tonight, and I just instead of doing my act, I'm just going to say that's Big Man City for 10 minutes. See if anything good comes
Well,
out.
yeah,
of it.
Brent's a man of a certain size.
Yeah.
So you could introduce him, or you could do maybe Beard City. He's got a gigantic beard. Does he still have that huge red Santa Claus beard?
He must.
So instead of saying his credits, I should say, "Hey, everybody, get ready! This guy's Big Beard City."
Yep.
Yeah.
Brent Terhune.
Welcome to Big Man City. Here comes the beard.
Yeah.
Nobody cares about his credits.
Here comes the mayor of Big Man City.
Oh, all right.
That's cool. All right.
that?
I'll just send a video in.
Okay.
Why not?
Tom, what would your credits? What would your?
I like crap attack.
Why would? In what context? How would you
I don't know. Just the way
What?
Hamburger does it. I would say, Josh, tell me that story. Crap attack.
Shuggy ducky.
Chick, you got to bring How About You back, man.
How about you?
Yeah.
I haven't said that in a while. Yeah.
That gets the people on their feet.
How about you?
Yeah, but when this poor guy starts explaining that how he thought of Shucky Ducky, it just doesn't listen.
Oh, shucky ducky, quack, quack.
I mean, just total silence.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, no, it gets worse, though, the next time he says it.
Let me tell y'all what shucky ducky is. See, shucky ducky is this phrase that I created that means disappointment or excitement. For example, instead of cursing when you stomp your toe, you say shucky ducky.
Cricket. Nothing.
Man, one person I hear.
It's still set up. Let him get to it. He has some fun.
See a fine girl or a guy you like, you say, oh, shucky ducky.
Yeah.
Now, if you get the girl pregnant, you say, damn.
That is just weak. Now this, see.
Hamburger. Joker, what in the world you dressed up for Halloween?
Joker.
Like a hamburger on the delivered mail or something. What's up with you? You overweight, that's your problem.
See, it just gets right to it. Thank you, Hamburger. No, I've got some more curse words.
Okay.
This is a good one. I like this one. One of my coworkers would yell out, "Got dandruff and some of it itches." Instead of GD
And son of a-
got dandruff, son of a bitches. Sorry, some of it itches. See, this is why
Be careful.
I can't do the close ones.
No.
I'm glad I didn't try Mother Fletcher. That would have. Oh, wow. My grandfather, Eric from Ohio, writes, my grandfather used to say, "Son of a mother heifer." We grew up on a farm. My grandma would say, writes Carol, "Well, this is a mull of a hess."
Oh, I love that.
Transposition of the old.
Yeah.
That can get tricky. You move those letters around.
Was malarkey a common word in your family?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
What a bunch of malarkey.
Yeah.
Very common for me.
Yes, same here. Same here.
Your dad would say it?
No, my mom.
Yeah, my grandma and my mom
All
would
the
always
time.
say it.
Tommy, you're running around with your friends getting into malarkey out there.
No, it was more like, that explanation you had for where you were last night, that's certainly a lot of malarkey.
Yes, yeah.
Some kind of story that may have been created. So, again, give us an email. Let us know what's going on. It's Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. We'd love to hear.
Bull malarkey sometimes, maybe?
Bull malarkey. I don't know.
Oh.
I didn't, but I'm sure it's out there. Wow. Because it essentially means BS.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Now, Christy, let's get back to the news. We've missed a couple quick things. What have you got?
Spanish police have apprehended a pair of professional thieves accused of stealing more than $1.6 million worth of wine from a hotel restaurant in Carceres. According to authorities, the man and woman evaded capture for nearly 9 months before they were arrested on the Montenegro-Croatia border. The duo allegedly stole 45 bottles of wine worth around $1.68 million
Shucky ducky.
from the Trio restaurant back in October.
That's 45 bottles of wine, and they're worth.
Yeah.
That's some.
The two suspects, according to police, planned the heist in minute detail.
Well, if it's that valuable where they're going, the next alcoholic beverage they'll be drinking, I believe, is a wine called, if I'm not mistaken, Pruno.
Yeah.
Isn't that the one they make in the toilet?
Toilet wine.
It has notes of corn and rotting bananas. 45 bottles of wine. So each bottle is worth tens of thousands of dollars.
Man.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
Wouldn't you
what
have
they
that
were.
under lock and key?
Well, that's why they said they planned it down to the minutest of details.
Sounds like Ocean's 11 meets Sideways.
Yeah.
Now, are you a big wine gal still, Christy?
I enjoy wine, yes.
What's the most expensive wine you've had? Glass of wine. Yeah, you treated yourself?
Oh, that I've paid for?
Well, no, not necessarily.
We know that you have your ways of getting free wine.
Yeah, why not enjoy
something in the box?
There's some very great wines that come in the box.
That's what I've heard.
Let me just
Aren't there some really good ones that have the twist off cap now?
it's really funny. When I was in France, I had a wine cheese tour thing. And the sommelier was talking, and he said, I can sit down and tell each and every one of you which exact bottle of wine you're going to order at my restaurant. And his theory was right. You don't go with the most expensive. You don't go with the cheapest. You really don't know what you're drinking, but you don't want to look like a dirt bag. So you're going to pick this one or this one. And that's exactly how most people would buy a wine. But I've learned that sometimes the cheaper wines are the better ones. It's amazing.
You like what you like.
Yeah.
But
the most expensive wine I've ever had was actually a brandy, and it was from the 1800s.
Yeah.
It was from the 1800s, I think. And someone had purchased it at a wine auction, and I was lucky enough to have a glass of it.
Were you by yourself then?
Sherry. No, we were at a dinner party.
Do you know about how much the glass you had was?
Oh,
thousands, hundreds?
Probably $1,000 maybe.
Wow.
Could I? Hey, look. Can you? I'll trade this back. Just give me just give me $500 cash. I'll find something much more suitable to do with my money.
Get a Gatorade.
Yeah.
It apparently was the most spectacular thing that this wine sommelier had ever tasted. So I guess it was worth it, but I didn't know the difference.
Yeah, well, I don't think.
I'm the chicken.
Yeah,
wine
sometimes
girl.
I doubt that people do know the difference.
Did you ever see that? What was that? Remember the show where they would do all the experimental stuff?
Mythbusters?
Yeah.
Mythbusters. Did you ever see the one where there was a myth that I think it was if you run cheap vodka through tampons?
Jesus.
Isn't that? I'm getting this right?
Tampons?
Yeah.
That would suck up all the vodka. That doesn't make any
Or
sense.
something, and then squeeze them out. Am I getting this right? Wasn't it? Or running them through lots of cotton, whatever.
Yeah.
That it would make it taste better, and you couldn't tell the difference. And,
Wasn't it a coffee filter?
yeah, they had a bunch of their people taste the stuff after they put it through this process, and the one woman on the show was hilarious. She picked. For the most expensive, she picked the very cheapest, and all the way. But then they brought in a wine expert that had an incredible palate, and he took sips of all of them, and he got it in the real bottles in the exact order of price.
Yeah, I don't have that.
So some people obviously have that gift.
I pick my wine by the label usually. That's what label and price. I'm not.
A friend of mine used to run a restaurant, and a guy came in, and he was a sort of middle-aged guy, but probably old enough to know better. And this restaurant was super fancy, white tablecloths, the whole deal, French place. And in any event, this guy came in, and he sat down and kind of tried to impress the state, and he grabbed the wine list and looked at it and just said, I'd like the Chateaubriand for 2, which is a steak.
Right.
So the waiter went over to my friend Bill, who was running the restaurant, and he said, look, this guy, what should I do? And Bill said, I'll take it from here. And Bill walked over and very gracefully said, oh, I'm so sorry, we're out of that. Could I recommend this?
Oh, that's
thus
very nice.
saving this guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
You've got to feel
Oh, the
bad
girl
for the
probably
poor
still
guy.
knew he was a jerk.
Maybe eventually learned or something, but
the guy's just trying to do something cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I could easily see doing
Chateaubriand sounds like a wine.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, it sure does.
But it sure is tasty, right?
I've not had it. I've never had
I've never had it either. What is it? Have you had it?
It's a hotel? What is that?
No,
it's a meat. It's a steak.
It's like I think it's a. I'm not sure. I think it's
like a
beef
shortbread?
tenderloin.
And I believe it's traditionally served for 2.
Yeah.
And scalloped potatoes and asparagus.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, very nice. Have you had it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, boy.
Chick McGee you're talking to.
That's his Friday night meal.
I apologize, Chick.
Chateau.
You can get it for 1.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can get it for 1. Yeah.
Wow.
What? No, you can.
I'm sure you can.
Although it's often ordered for 2. That's right.
Yeah. Has anyone ever ordered the Peking duck?
No.
Where you have to order it. It's sort of a standard. You got to order it 24 hours in advance.
Right.
I want to try it. It looks like you're making little tacos with that little pastry they give you or whatever it is.
Yeah, we should try that. And is it still Peking duck rather than Beijing duck? Have we?
I don't. You know what? I'm not sure on that.
I would
either.
assume it stayed at least.
Is that on every Chinese menu? Because I don't think I've seen it.
It was sort of a standard there for a while.
Mm-hmm.
There would always be a sign there. If you want the Peking duck, you have to call a day in advance. We could do that on the show one morning.
Have Peking duck?
Have Peking duck.
Oh, I'd love it.
Me too.
I like duck. I've had that before.
Now, wait a minute. We're going to order something from a Chinese restaurant on the air.
Well, this is a special thing.
Well, 24 hours in advance.
Is that what you're going to do?
Yeah, well, we could set it up for Monday.
There are a lot of those classic. I've never had a souffle.
You never had a souffle? Oh, I've had a souffle.
You ever had flan?
Yeah, Have you ever remember like souffle used to be kind of a punchline where you had to be careful or the souffle would fall?
Yeah, there were a couple of sitcoms.
Sure.
And then, of course, and then the doofus would walk in, slam the door, and
Right.
Yeah, it was,
then the chef's chasing him with a cleaver. Yeah,
that was like a comedy trope for a while.
There's a SpongeBob episode about souffles. He has to cook one.
Well, let's move on from our food hunk. Christy, what else have you got?
A water park in Texas dumped 15,000 pounds of ice into its wave pool for a Texas-sized cool down recently. You know, the heat wave has hit hard in Texas.
Or its exercise urinal. Don't you love that when you're at a restaurant, you go in and the urinal's got ice in it?
Yeah.
That always makes me feel happy.
What's the point of that?
Well, that way when it gets to their drink making machine, it's cool already.
Typhoon, Texas said wheelbarrow after wheelbarrow of ice was dropped into Tidal Wave Bay to combat the sweltering summer heat.
Oh, wheelbarrow. Wheelbarrow. It's a wheelbarrow.
How do you say it?
Wheelbarrow.
Oh, you're just enjoying the word.
I'm just enjoying the word wheelbarrow.
KVUE.
Yeah, whatever. View us now or go away.
Before the wheel, was there just a barrow?
Yeah.
Guys just carrying around.
No, it was a hollowed out hog.
Is it
they would
barrow?
turn upside down and carry things in.
Hey, Louie, I got an idea. Instead of the two of us carrying this, why don't we get one wheel and we'll wheel it over?
You thought it was wheelbarrow.
I thought it was wheelbarrow. It's not wheelbarrow?
No, B-A-R-R-O-W.
Because you're wheeling around a little barrel. It's like half a barrel, so you can put your stuff in there.
That's right.
Well, you learn something every day.
Step into a hardware store one day.
The day's
Look
events
around.
also included 2 snow machines, a DJ, and an appearance by Elsa from Disney's Frozen. How sweet is
I know
that?
Elsa. I totally know her.
Like to push her around in a wheelbarrow, would you?
That could be fun. We could sing the Frozen songs together.
Yeah. There you go.
What is the point of the ice in a urinal?
I don't know. I asked
Is it an
you.
odor- odor
I don't know if it's an odor thing or if
must
it's
be
just
an
like,
odor
hey, enjoy the steam.
Does hot urine smell worse than cold
It
urine?
seems like it
You know
would.
what?
I know it tastes worse.
Coming back from Paris, hot urine still smells bad, real bad.
That sounds like the worst opening act of all time. Well, yeah, hot urine opened for Neil Diamond. I don't know how he got them on the bill.
I like them to put Cheerios there so you can aim at something. That'd be fun.
Yeah. Oh.
I used to like to play Sink the Cigarette Butt. That was a fun toy. Or sometimes you can play Spray off the toilet paper square. Yeah. There are fun games to play.
Is there a lot of noise where you're working like I am? You just want to go home and have it be.
Can I fill the whole surface with bubbles? That's fun.
Simply Safe offers comprehensive protection not only against intruders and coworkers and maybe a burglary, but against expensive home hazards from flooding to fires. That's why Simply Safe, that's why we use them and recommend them highly. 24/7 professional monitoring. Simply Safe's agents take action the moment a threat is detected. Dispatching police or first responders in an emergency, even if you're not home. They use proprietary video verification technology so that monitoring agents visually confirm the threat in order to get higher priority 911 dispatch. Monitoring plans affordably priced at $1 a day, no long-term contract or hidden fees, because feeling safe at home should not break the bank. It's peace of mind, everybody. You can customize the perfect system for your home in just a few minutes and then install it yourself at simplysafetom.com. Go now and claim a free indoor security camera plus 20% off with interactive monitoring. That's simplysafetom.com.
Now at your house, it's like you're switching an NFL game. How many cameras do you have now?
9.
9.
Soon to be 10.
Thorough coverage.
And I got a couple backups. So.
Okay. I Simply Safe. Read the reviews. People love Simply
13
Safe.
technically.
You'll be one of them.
You'll be glad you did.
Coming up, a great curse phrase I've never heard. I really like this one.
Okay.
When we come back, this is the Bob and Tom Show.
Keep us with you at all times. Get the Bob and Tom app now at your app store. State law.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
Hello. Bonjour. The perfect gift has arrived for the single man. The new cologne from the makers of Controversies and Bonaire. Oh, no. France's most noted fashion designer, yours truly, Mr. Béchon of Paris, has developed an exciting and stimulating new scent for men.
Honey, come on. You've been in the bathroom for half an hour. What are you doing in there?
Just enjoying my masturbation.
Mr. Béchon, just slap a little on, repeatedly.
Oh, God. Thanks, I needed that.
Is that masturbation?
Yeah, I think that's the sign.
Mr. Béchon.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Some like Bud, some like Schlitz, but for me, it's
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Well, I started this campaign earlier in the week. It's really my own campaign. There's no official campaign. I certainly didn't talk about it in a meeting or bring it up to anyone, but I think it's kind of genius. What we want to do is put every trucker out there in a Bob and Tom Show hat. Yes, I know it's a big ask. There's a lot of trucks on the road. If you're driving right now, look to your left, look to your right. You probably see a semi. That guy or gal, right, could be wearing a Bob and Tom Show hat. So what you need to do is go to bobandtomstore.com, right? Go to the Bob and Tom Show hats, click order. It comes in adjustable size. It doesn't matter. One Bob and Tom Show hat will fit the head of any trucker out there. bobandtomstore.com. Click on the hat. Next thing you know, delivered right to you. It's on your head. You're in the truck stop. You're wearing your Bob and Tom Show hat. Pretty soon, all of the truck stops are going to be going, what's going on? This Bob and Tom Show must be really big. We need to stock those hats. You see where I'm going with this? Next thing you know, it's a Bob and Tom Show world. Huh? bobandtomstore.com. Let's get it started.
I'm Chick McGee with your Bob and Tom Sports Update. Kyler Murray, quarterback for the Arizona Cardinals, has agreed to a long-term contract that will keep him in Arizona through the 2028 season. Two-time Pro Bowler selection, taken number 1 overall out of Oklahoma after he won the Heisman, largely delivered in his quest to make the Cardinals a better franchise. Arizona had a 5-10-1 record during his rookie season in 2019, but they improved to 11-6 last season. College football, Georgia's Kirby Smart has agreed to a contract extension through the 2031 season, $110 million over 10 years. Major League Baseball yesterday in the American League, a pair of doubleheaders. Houston beat the Yankees twice, and Detroit and Oakland split their doubleheader. Interleague action, Texas blanks Miami 8-0. In the National League, Dodgers beat San Francisco 9-6 in L.A. And WNBA scores from last night. Washington beat New York 78-69. L.A. over Atlanta 85-78. And Vegas beat Indiana 90-77. I'm Chick McGee, and that's your Bob and Tom Sports Update.
Hey, hi, this is Tom.
And this is Chick from the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, Christy, what's the best way to get full access to the show?
Hey, what? You introduced me.
That would be to become a Bob and Tom VIP.
Very good. Now, Josh, what's a feature of Bob and Tom VIP?
Wait a minute.
Well, the live 5-camera video stream of the show, plus a podcast of the show and comedy from the Bob and Tom archives.
Excellent. Chick, what do you have to say for yourself?
Become a Bob and Tom VIP now. Just go to bobandtom.com/VIP.
See, that was worth the wait, wasn't it?
Hey, this is Larry the Cable Guy, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Boy, better get up, get some exercise.
There's a new documentary out there entitled Sick. It's the winner of the Los Angeles Independent Film Festival Award. The film chronicles the life and times of super masochistic performance artist Bob Flanagan. In one scene, Flanagan is shown hammering a nail into, then removing it from his most private part, which would be his penis.
Wow.
Boy, what if he misses and like hits his thumb?
Well, then that would hurt, Bob.
Yeah, there's a bone in there.
That's really going to hurt.
That's going to hurt.
Hold on a second. Morning, Bob and Tom Show.
Bob and Tom?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bob Vila.
Bob Vila, the famed home repair host. How's it going, Bob?
Pretty good.
Good. What can we do for you?
Hey, you guys are talking about something. It's pretty common.
Uh-huh.
A lot of the home repair guys do it. I do it all the time.
You actually take a nail and pound it into your penis on purpose?
Heck yeah.
Now,
Really?
do you use a nail gun or do you use a regular traditional hammer and nail?
Oh, I'm not a conservative guy. Just use a nail.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
In fact, I was at the hardware store the other day picking up a nail just for that.
Uh-huh.
And I took it up to the counter. The guy goes, that'll be $1. I go, great. He goes, that'll be $1.04 with tax. I go, tax? Wait, I am kinky?
Tax too.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night.
Might as well shoot me when the beer runs out.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7.
Hi, man. This is Donnie Biker, and this is Bob.
America, you could be here if that's right.
Well, hi. Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. There's Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Hello.
There's Ace Cosby manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Good morning.
I'm Chick McGee, and here's Tom.
You say that like you're warning people. We are talking about curse words your grandparents used. I never met my grandparents.
So you don't know what they would have
They
said.
heard about you, though.
No. Well, 6 feet under. I know where they're buried.
Well, that's good.
Got that going.
Okay. Have you ever visited their burial?
Yeah. I have.
Say, hey, sorry I didn't get to meet you, but
how's it going?
Yeah, sure would have enjoyed.
Is there a place for you there?
No.
It's not one of those family plot
No,
type.
those are always creepy, and
You didn't get to go to your grandma's funeral?
He wasn't born yet.
I wasn't born yet. They were both dead before I was born.
Yeah, me neither. I didn't get to go to
Oh, God. Here we go. Hey, from Eric, and I believe Bob's dad used to say
She never
this.
loved you anyway.
Used to say hell's bells all the time.
Oh, hell's bells, absolutely.
Yeah.
Here's one. This guy, my dad would say, boy, you're a turd at the bottom of the commode, and I've got my hand in the chain.
Oh.
Well, that's not very loving, is
No.
it?
It's long.
Dear everybody, my wife and I used to work at a bakery, and we would cuss using ice cream flavors.
Oh.
Rocky Road.
Raspberry Ripple.
Holy spumoni.
Oh, that's a good one.
Christ on a cookie dough cone.
Is there Mother Fudger or something?
Mother Fudge Chip.
Oh.
And one of my favorite, we called creme brulee ice cream.
Creme brulee?
Creamy Bruce.
Oh, creme brulee became creamy Bruce. What?
Creamy Bruce. And
Okay.
periodically you would hear someone just exclaim, Creamy Bruce!
Can I have a creamy Bruce,
From
please?
the walk-in.
Wow.
Creamy, yes, creme.
Boy, are you just sticky if you work in an ice cream shop?
All the time.
Just all the time sticky. Your hands are sticky.
And your one
It's
arm
like
would
being the
probably
mop
be
guy
really
being the
big.
mop guy at a porno place.
Yeah.
I was offered that job.
Mop guy at one of those
When I
peep
moved
shows?
back from Korea, I was applying at a porno shop. And I thought it like paid well.
To be clear, you were applying not to be an entertainer in one of the booths.
No, I was applying to be a clerk.
You really wanted to do that?
Dude, this place, they were brilliant. They only hired hot chicks to working there. And I was like, oh, I get to work with a bunch of hot chicks.
Yeah.
And I think it'll be fascinating. I can see who's buying what toys and all this stuff. Because it was mostly just like a sex toy thing.
It's not really a resume builder, though.
But
is it?
no, not at all. But they had, it was kind of a stopgap. I needed money before I might as well.
Right.
And so, but they had video booths. And in the interview, they said, you will have to mop out the video booths. And that's where I went, you know what? I can't. And I did not continue the interview.
So the guys that work at a place like that, or the ladies, so they sort of get to know what peculiar proclivities each
regulars
customer might have. So they would be, hey, Dave, got the new butt plugs in. They got them shaped like the Disney character.
Oh, my God. That was a jump.
You feel good about that?
No, I'm making a ridiculous extension of the...
You guys have a sleepy? I got the other 6.
It'd be cool. You could go up to a person in the shop. She could unzip her mask and then tell you, what's in it. How fun would that be?
See, Huey, Dewey, and who stole my Louis?
This place was in the middle of an industrial industrial complex. So it was just all these businesses around, like corporate buildings and stuff. And she said they just get really busy during lunch.
I bet.
And a lot of times it's just couples. And
Did you shop at this place?
No, it was near the St. Louis Funny Bone. And I thought, man, I could get off work, go over there, and do open mics and hang out and stuff like that. And so it was also going to be 8 to 5. And I was like, I don't want business. I don't want to work. I don't want to have to sit in traffic to get to my porn shop job.
So what job did you end up taking instead?
Do
you remember?
I went back to Rawlings.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Who's buying dildos at 8:30 in the morning?
I don't know if many, but she said lunch was really busy. So I guess also these corporate guys would go into the video booths, from 12 to 1.
Oh, yeah.
Relax or whatever. And
Well, if they buy toys, they take them back to the shop.
I think couples were coming in. She said it was a lot of couples.
Tell the
They
lady,
could leave the toys in the car.
hey, Alice, don't open that bag. My wife doesn't know I bought it for her.
Why are you so creeped out by sex?
Could you walk into a sex shop, or would you just giggle and giggle the whole time? Would you be like a little boy?
Oh, I would find it hilarious.
Yeah, I laugh at every time
I'd
I'm
be
in one of those.
FaceTiming someone and going, what's this?
Look at this thing.
Didn't we do this on the air one day?
And I always ask the clerk, I go, who do you see buying this?
Yeah.
It's like just an arm. And, they always have answers.
Mm-hmm. Now, when you were a regular customer at the porno video shop back in the days of you'd get your porno on DVDs. Is that correct?
I mean, I was doing VHS at first.
Oh,
yeah.
really?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Classic.
Would you rewind them before you return them?
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
He's not a jerk.
How far did you have to rewind them?
To the beginning, all the way.
No.
3 minutes.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
This is the pre-anxiety meds days, I'd imagine.
It wasn't. Those started around
Did you
17,
walk
18,
in, the
so-
clerk go, did you watch those outtakes? What outtakes? Oh, the ones at the end. But would the clerk know your peculiar notions, if you will, of what you liked?
No, I would occasionally ask him, hey, is there anything, I've seen everything with Alexandra Nice. Does she have a new one out? And they could tell me. Yeah. Do you have any new Jessica Darling?
Okay, but so it wasn't sort of orifice specific.
No, they kind of knew. I mean, no, they didn't really know. They recognized me, but there wasn't a lot of talking.
Yeah.
As you can imagine.
Yeah, just sort of, they didn't care.
Yeah.
Did you ever?
Not everybody walks around caring about other people as much as you do.
Oh, I don't care about them.
I mean, what they care about.
Okay, but did you ever say something like, I'm getting him for a friend?
No. If I'm doing
some super hot woman behind the counter, you're thinking, well, I'd take her on a real date. Yeah, I'm just buying, these are gag gifts for a friend of mine.
Oh, they'll gag you.
What was that you wanted,
So
Todd?
even if you were in a store buying something and somebody walked in without, you don't know this person, would you say, oh, I'm just here, just trying to justify it to anybody?
I'm not in there buying anything. I mean,
Of course not, because you're gagged out by sex. But I'm just saying.
No, it's not. I'm saying it's just it'd just be a little awkward.
Yeah, there were awkward moments at the porn. There's one time this one woman stormed in, and the guy was like, ma'am, you need a membership. And she was like, I cannot find Miss Congeniality anywhere. Do you guys have it? Where's your new release section? Do you have Miss...
Oh, she thought she was in a regular.
And then he goes, no. And she started looking around, and then she saw, where she was. Then she goes, you all need to get a life.
I bet they had Miss Congeniality.
Well, there were some congenial-looking women on the covers.
Spelled a little differently.
It's spelled with 2 Z's in there.
And a
Miss
U.
Congeniality. Okay, thank you very much. Coming up, we're going to have a special feature. That I enjoy very much. It's Jeff Oskey and Things We Failed to Mention News. Also coming, we got Comic-Con, we've got iguanas, we got body painting, and more. And also more of your curse words used by your grandparents. My mother writes, Eric would say, good night, nurse.
Oh, we've got a good night Dick Tracy here.
Oh, really?
I got a dickweed over here. My grandfather would always refer to me as dickweed, as in, what's up, dickweed?
Just casually.
There you go, yeah.
Brian writes, my grandpa would call someone he didn't like a pot licker. Maybe he goes, maybe this goes back to Depression days if you were so poor you had to lick the pot so as not to go hungry. That's sad.
Yeah, well,
You're a pot licker. You're a desperate poor person trying to survive. Matt writes, my dad would always use mother trucker and cheese and rice in lieu of JC.
Dad would say, son of a Pentecostal preacher.
Man.
Mark writes, my dad would say, F word, F me running.
That's good, yeah.
I heard that one. Okay. When we come back, more cursing in the cleanest way possible. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Become a Bob and Tom VIP and get your Bob and Tom fix 24/7. Get all the info in the VIP area at bobandtom.com. This is the Bob and Tom Show. Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
The Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
You know, I got a lot of mail here at the ex-law office. Well, this comes from young Davey Radonovich. He asks, what is the difference between slander and libel? Well, what kind of idiotic, stupid question is that? What kind of little pea-brain moron would write me? I think if I were you, little Davey, I'd worry more about inbreeding than I would about the law. Davey, that was slander. If I would have written it down, it would have been libel.
This has been the Law Minute with ex-attorney Jack Thomas.
Remember, ladies and gentlemen, the law is your friend. It's the lawyers you have to watch out for. And remember this, the preceding has been a joke, not legal advice. Learn to know the difference.
Essential Morning Radio. All day and all night. This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Sure, I know it's a Friday. I know Jeff Oskey's coming in with the news we failed to mention, but do you need a gift for someone they can open every day? How about something special for someone special? Quick? How about giving them total access to the entire Bob and Tom library? It's a Bob and Tom VIP membership. See the link at the top of our website at bobandtom.com.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom Entertainment News Update. U2, Gladys Knight, and Amy Grant are among the music acts getting Kennedy honors this year. The center is out with its list of recipients, which also includes actor George Clooney and music composer Tania Leon. The honors are going to be presented on December 4th. Pete Seeger, the latest American musician to be put on a U.S. postage stamp. The late folk singer is immortalized on a forever stamp in a color-tinted black and white photo from the 1960s. The stamps were first issued yesterday and will be celebrated tonight at the Newport Folk Festival, where Seeger often performed and served on the festival's board. He died in 2014 at the age of 94. And fans of the famed American writer Ernest Hemingway are all in Key West, Florida this weekend for the annual Hemingway Look-alike Contest. This year's event attracted 135 portly, bearded men vying to be named the winner. The victor will be chosen tomorrow night, the day before the event ends, and those doing the picking will be previous winners of the contest. Yesterday marked the 123rd anniversary of Ernest Hemingway's July 21st birth. Well, no wonder Chick's not entered. He's not portly at all. And that's your entertainment news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
When the alarm sounded again at 2 a.m., she went outside, opened her car door, and found a bear.
Oh!
The interior was destroyed, and it had left behind a little special treat. That's right, it defecated.
Insult to injury.
You know what kind of car it was?
No, what kind?
Here's your hint.
A Woody?
Why would it be a Woody?
Because a bear.
Does a bear poop in a Woody?
You know what, Christy? The judges have said they will also accept Deuce Coupe.
Thank you.
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Boom, it's me. And you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. That's 24 days and 7 days a week and 24 like the show with the guy who whispers all the time. It saves the world. And Bob and Tom 24/7. Hey, it won't blow up the world.
Al from the MES News Center in New York. I'm Tom Bochow. In Bogota, Colombia, Brian Naranjo, age 18, says being small has its advantages, one being having a better view of girls in miniskirts, standing just 27.9 inches tall. Naranjo was named the smallest man in Latin America by the Guinness Book of Records.
27 inches tall.
Besides holding the #1 position, he fulfilled another dream by going to Disneyland, where he called the It's a Small World exhibit disappointing. In Stockholm, Sweden, Leif Borg, warning he would blow the courtroom into the air just 10 minutes earlier at his divorce trial, pulled dynamite from his briefcase and set it off, killing himself and seriously wounding his wife's lawyer, severing the lawyer's limbs.
Wow.
Witnesses said the explosion occurred during proceedings to determine how the couple's property would be split. For once, a lawyer got the charge that cost him an arm and a leg.
And on a high one, that a boy.
Good move. Throw away the script and get out.
This is Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
I actually I have a sexual fantasy associated with the earthquake.
Go.
All right, woke chick up. In my fantasy, I am making love to this woman.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, she feels the earth move beneath her.
Ah, yes.
And then she rolls over on top of me and shields me from debris. Safety first, everybody. Safety first.
Hi, fellas. This is Floyd Tucker, the over-the-road trucker. This is Bob and Tom's program, 24.
It's on the way.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hello.
There's Josh Arnold.
Hey, chick.
Hi. There's Ace Cosby. Hey. Manning the track phone hotline, hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Hey, man.
I'm Chick McGee.
Holy cannoli. This is crazy.
It is crazy. And here's Tom Griswold.
Once again, we're reviewing curse words your grandparents may have used. Or not, help me here, not curse words, Christy. What am I looking for here?
They're curse. You mean the words that we are using? They're not.
But sometimes your grandparents or whatever.
They would have old sayings or
maybe alternatives
a folksy
to
way
curse words,
of,
yeah.
like this one. According to Garrett, my mom would always say, "Son of a bee sting."
Okay. That's similar to this guy Ken says. My wife will say French toast instead of the F word.
Ah.
Go French toast yourself.
Huh. Yeah. So. Shut the front door has become real popular.
Yeah, that's a big one.
That's a fun one.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
Really?
You haven't? Shut the front door. You have to have heard it.
No, I haven't.
You've been in a cave for the last years?
I like that.
Yeah.
And that one, that Oh My Lanta.
Yeah, yeah.
That's from some sitcom, apparently.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I think it's from a commercial.
Yeah, remember the Mylanta commercials with the acid reflux or whatever, the upset stomach, whatever it was?
And then there was the gum one where they said like lint liquor. Do you remember that one?
No.
Yeah, it was like a gum, like you have a dirty mouth, clean your mouth up kind of thing.
Stephen writes, my 88-year-old dad's favorite curse phrase is frizzle britches.
I love it.
Frizzle britches.
Love it.
A lot of fun.
And his favorite threat was, I'll be on you like a herd of turtles in a snowstorm.
What does that mean?
I don't know what that means.
I always heard I'll be on you like stink on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. A herd of turtles in a snowstorm.
I have no idea what that means.
It'd be hard to
I
find.
like it. I like that gentleman.
They'd go really slow, I would think. And here's a shut the front door. Just like
all right.
Yeah, there you go. It's all happening. Christy Lee is happening right now. She's over at the Bob and Tom News Desk. Have we missed anything?
San Diego Comic-Con is back after a 2-year hiatus. This week, celebrities, cosplayers, and hordes of fans will flood the San Diego Convention Center in full force.
They're hoping. I read that they
For
may.
the first time since 2019.
They're a little worried about numbers.
Though the convention is in full swing this year, it is not clear whether it will draw the estimated 135,000 people who flooded San Diego before the pandemic. Well,
You're
you know,
so proud. I did the homework. I read the story yesterday.
I read it yesterday.
I did not read this. It's similar.
I knew it.
Told ya.
I knew
So
it.
I'm sorry. So Comic-Con. When was the last one?
2 years ago.
2019, right before the
It was
pandemic.
like 7 Spider-Man movies ago.
It was actually 3, but
Point taken. Yeah.
I laugh about that, but I went to one of them, and it was I've been to 2 of them actually, but they're different versions of.
Yeah, you didn't go to the San Diego, the big one.
Yeah, what was the one I went to with you?
Horror Hound.
And that was great.
Yeah, a lot of fun. Yeah.
I mean, it was really cool. You should go to one, Christy. Then I went to one with Halsey.
I was at one. I did a podcast at one once. So,
I was one with Halsey, and they had R2-D2.
Sure.
Yeah, isn't that cool?
And following me around, it was really cool. But then, and there were a couple of people, and there was a guy that had a Wookiee costume. Or was that what you call him?
Mm-hmm. Did you like the R2-D2 in the moment, or in the
Yeah.
moment? I'm being accosted by a Star Trek robot.
No, it was great. I mean, it was
rolling trash can.
And then, but this guy Wookiee costume, it looked like it came right off the set of Star Wars.
So was there somebody in that little R2-D2 thing, or was it just a remote control?
I don't know. If it was somebody in there, they were very, very small.
Remote control. Because the guys, you can see.
But yeah, there was a really cool thing.
It looks great. Yeah.
And Horror Hound was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So but you say they're not anticipating a giant. I would think they'd have.
They're wondering. They're wondering if the big crowd's going to come back.
If you were to go, what would you dress up as?
Oh, you could
pedestrian.
Really?
Really?
This is your chance, man.
Come on, you could wear any costume you want.
Mm-hmm. You could be somebody from Sea Hunt, or
nobody would know who he was.
That'd be great.
See, look,
go as Lloyd Bridges and Sea Hunt.
Maybe
get
Gomez.
some, get some antique swim fins.
And those really tiny swim trunks. Oh yeah,
Gomez Adams.
I bet you could do a really good Winston Churchill. I feel like you could make that look work.
But what would that have to do with Comic-Con?
It has nothing to do with Comic-Con.
They make movies that he's in them sometimes. He was in the World War II movie, the last one they made.
But since he was a significant figure in World War II, I can see why they'd put him in the movie. What do you think?
What about Iron Man? Wasn't he an Iron Man? Pretty sure he was an Iron Man.
Yeah, that weird scene in Iron Man where Winston Churchill, Robert Downey
You don't
Jr.
want to be a Darth Vader or a stormtrooper, or you've never wanted to.
No. Who would you go as? Like Invisible Girl or
Invisible Girl? Nobody'd see me. That would be stupid.
Oh, well, you'd be. Remember, isn't she invisible part of the time?
Yes.
So you'd be the
Ace nice.
All of a sudden, we hit Ace's hot button.
Now,
All right.
Ace, clearly we're
Remember the Fantastic Four.
Ace, for various cultural reasons, your options are somewhat more limited. Who would you go as?
Ace he can go as whoever he wants to go as.
No,
Old man.
No, I figure it's Lando Calrissian or no one. Right?
You can be whoever you want to
be. You could be Spawn. You could be
Spawn. Yes.
No, he can't. Of course, dresses however he wants.
Thor. Who'd you go as?
Thor.
Oh, there you go.
Is that right?
Nice blonde wig. Yeah.
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 Ace in a blonde
You could be
wig.
Winston Zedmore from Ghostbusters.
Chick, your thoughts?
Who would you go as, pal?
I've always liked Batman. He's depressed, and he's not. Doesn't have any superpowers. He's just rich.
I'm Batman.
Yeah, I'm Batman. And I don't know why he talked like that when he put his cowl on.
Didn't you have a soft spot for the Thing?
Mm-hmm. No.
Okay, Josh.
All right. I need help. Who do you guys think I should go as?
That guy from Toy Story. The second Toy Story.
Oh, that's not nice.
He kind of looks like him.
You
He
look
looks just
exactly
like him, but
You shave the goatee.
Exactly like.
No, I mean that way people would immediately if you shaved him the way he did.
Al's big toy barn.
Yeah.
Yes, they'd recognize you
and
immediately.
carry around the toys.
Yeah, no, I'd want to be somebody fun.
Do like one of the horror mask guys you like, the horror guys.
I also want my face to be seen.
Oh, sure.
Just because walking around all day in a mask has got to suck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You could Russell Crowe played Hercules in the new Thor movie. You could be Russell Crowe Hercules, or not Hercules, his dad Zeus.
Zeusy?
Mm-hmm. Wear a toga.
Is there a superhero that has your particular hair style and build?
Homer Simpson.
And I've got a little more hair than Homer.
Zeus.
See, I don't go to any of these. I don't go to. I haven't seen any superhero.
What about Gru?
movie.
I could be Gru.
Yeah, you
get
could.
a big pointy nose.
I'll be a minion. I'll be Kevin.
No, see, that's the thing. I would attract minions, and I don't care for those.
You're just lousy with minions.
What have
walking
you
around.
got against minions?
They're too
banana.
They're too reflective of our the youth in America. Just no attention span, loud, random,
always on your lawn.
Annoying.
Yeah.
Are you becoming Spiro Agnew over there? These punk kids.
Oh my God.
I don't like punk kids.
I know. That's why they came up with Minion.
Yeah. Boy, oh boy.
Okay. Well, Christy.
How was that Thor movie, by the way?
Spiro.
I saw the Thor movie the same day that I saw the Minion movie. I liked the Minion movie way more.
Really?
And I love Taika Waititi, who directed the Thor movie. It just wasn't for me. But those Minions, man. Woo! Love those little guys.
You got to get over this.
Oh,
You do have to get over this.
they're fun.
Coming up, Jeff Oskey is going to be attacking the news that we failed to mention.
I bet he doesn't like the Minions.
We'll look forward to that. Did you know that Jeff Oskey is on the road this weekend?
I did.
He's going to be with Josh Arnold in Des Moines.
In a cramped car for 7 hours?
Tonight and tomorrow at the Funny Bone in Des Moines, Iowa. So please go see the guys. Should be some great shows. Willie G's doing some stuff this weekend. We'll touch base on that. Donnie's shows, by the way, postponed this weekend for technical reasons. But Donnie will be back on the road at the Blue Note in Harrison, Ohio, coming up next Friday, the venue in Canton, Illinois next Saturday. And he's got a bunch of other shows on the way. So we'll cover all that. And, of course, Pat Godwin, McCurdy's Comedy Theater tonight and tomorrow. Sarasota, Florida, recording the live TV show. I mean, recording his live show, for a TV show. There we go.
Streaming, let's be honest.
Yeah, it's not going to
be on one of the 3 networks, you know what I mean?
Tonight on CBS, a very
special. You can't compete with 3,000 episodes a year of America's Got Talent or whatever that gymnastics show is they'd ever stop doing.
If he comes
Number one show in America, my friend. America's Got Talent.
Material as good as Ninja Warrior, I'll watch it.
Yeah.
I love Ninja Warrior.
Yeah.
Me too.
You ever watch that and get the urge to do a push-up?
That was personal.
If you remember, I ran the course.
He sure did.
How'd it go?
Fell immediately.
Wasn't it 1-2 splash?
Yep.
All right. Coming up with Jeff Oskey and news we failed to mention. Right now, with the twists and turns of life, it's important to be there for yourself. BetterHelp Online Therapy will assess your needs and can match you to your own licensed professional therapist. So this is really interesting. They can probably put you together with someone in less than 48 hours. BetterHelp is not a crisis line. It's not self-help. It's professional therapy done securely online. It's available to you anywhere you are. You can log on to your account anytime, send a message to your therapist. You can schedule regular weekly video visits or phone visits. You don't even have to be on camera if you don't want to be. You can get therapy every week. It's as easy to do it just a few clicks on your laptop or phone. With therapy, it can take a few tries to find the right fit, of course. BetterHelp makes it easy and free to change therapists if needed. It's more affordable than traditional offline therapy, and financial aid is available. Get the details at betterhelp.com/reviews. See how other people feel about it. See if they like it. Thousands of people are engaged in this activity and enjoying it, and it's helping them. Find out if it's going to work for you. BetterHelp.com. In fact, a special offer for Bob and Tom Show listeners where you can get 10% off your first month. BetterHelp.com/BT Show. That's 10% off your first month of online therapy. BetterHelp.com/BT Show. That's BetterHelp.com/BT Show. Do something good for yourself. You deserve it. Once again, coming up, Mr. Jeff Oskey, and I hope we can squeeze in a very, very unusual story about a pet snake. Something goes very wrong. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Hey, it's Roy Wood Jr. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Bob and Tom all the time in your ear.
In your face for everything Bob and Tom. Check out bobandtom.com. All the latest highlights, news, information, links to our social media sites. Say you're missing Pat Godwin. He's been gone on vacation this week and you just want to hear a song. Boom. bobandtom.com. Videos of Pat Godwin in the performance room, Ace Cosby telling jokes, and don't forget the Bob and Tom Show puppets smacking Tom around. Oh, it's a lot of fun. It's all available and free for you right now at bobandtom.com. Good morning. I'm Mark Allison with things you may have missed. U.S. Representative Lee Zeldin, the Republican candidate for New York governor, was assaulted by a man who apparently tried to stab him at an upstate event in New York. The head of the state Republican Party said the congressman got a small scrape but was not seriously injured. Zeldin said in a statement he was able to grab the attacker's wrist and stop him for just a few moments till others tackled him. Zeldin's campaign said the attacker was taken into custody. The congressman continued his speech. He's challenging incumbent Democrat Governor Kathy Hochul this November. The FBI says it found no evidence of missing Teamsters boss Jimmy Hoffa during a search of land under a New Jersey bridge. Hoffa's been missing since 1975 when he was last seen in suburban Detroit. The decades-long mystery turned last year to land next to a former landfill under the Pulaski Skyway in Jersey City. The FBI conducted a search there in early June. Spokeswoman Maria Schneider says nothing of evidentiary value was discovered. That's a look at things you may have missed. Bet you didn't think you'd be hearing about a search for Jimmy Hoffa today, but you never know what you're going to hear on Things You Missed, do you? More of the Bob and Tom Show coming up.
Things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show.
All right, this magician, he gets his job on a cruise ship. So he's working this cruise ship, and he does his act every night. In the front row is the captain of the ship with a parrot on her shoulder. So every night he does his act. Well, by the third night, the parrot starts figuring out this magician's act. So he starts heckling the magician, and it's in his sleeve. It's under his hat. His assistant has it. So that night, they hit an iceberg, and the ship goes down. The magician wakes up floating on a piece of driftwood, and the parrot is sitting on the end of the driftwood, and they stare at each other for 2 days and don't say a word. They just look at each other all mad. Finally, the bird goes, I give. Where's the boat?
Hey man, it's Donnie Baker, and the fact remains there's nothing better than being a VIP. And I don't mean like his dudes on Pervert Rabbit Xanadu's. I'm talking about a Bob and Tom VIP. Best thing, you'll never miss another minute of the show. I swear to God, you can hear the show here in the morning, and then cause you're a Bob and Tom VIP, you'll get the podcast of the entire show, a 12-month library of podcasts, hundreds of Bob and Tom comedy tapes, and a 60-day video archive of the show. Bob and Tom VIP. You have to get it. It's state law.
Good morning, sunshine.
Bob and Tom 24/7. 24/7. 24/7.
Special guest.
24/7.
Randy Gandhi.
He's a Randy Gandhi. He's going to say Randy.
Randy Gandhi?
Randy Gandhi.
Randy Gandhi. The answer is
sputum samples.
Sputum samples.
Exactly.
The question.
What do you call someone who's a spitting image of junior samples? The answer is
yes.
Kenmore Weed Whacker.
Kenmore Weed Whacker.
Yes.
Oh no.
What did Barbie yell as she made love with Ken in the tool shed? The answer is aye, sir. Aye, sir.
Aye, sir.
Aye, sir.
Yes.
The question.
Tough envelope.
What does the coat girl say to Sammy Davis right after she says, hat, sir? The answer is Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks.
Stevie Nicks.
What happens when Stevie Wonder tries to shave himself?
Bob and Tom 24/7. Not on air, online. All the the time.
Bob and Tom, 24/7.
Here's one of the fattest things I've ever done.
I ate a pie in a car.
By myself. The apple pie that we had, it was so thick and beautiful. I just ate it like a piece of pizza.
Wait a minute. So you ate a pie by cutting it into triangular pieces and eating it one by one?
Like a
what a weirdo!
Like a pizza.
No, like without a fork is what I meant. You pick it up and you eat it like a piece of pizza. You dick.
Hey, man, it's Donnie Baker.
Hey, Donnie.
Hey, I heard you guys talking about that man with 13 inches of pork.
Yeah, 13 and a half.
Crazy. You guys know Jamie Vickers? You know, drummer for Velvet Donger?
No.
He was uncut, too, and he could hide just about anything.
Really? Did that affect the taste, Donnie?
Thanks for listening to Bob and Tom.
Thanks very much for joining us.
Hey, welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk. There's Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair. There's Ace Cosby at the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Saying shut up on a radio show is the funniest thing you can do.
Chick McGee. There's Tom. We've got a special guest weighing in, I believe.
Oh, there
we go.
Oh, man.
We're joined by comedian Jeff Oskey. We're looking at him on the big screen. I don't know
Yes,
where he is,
sir.
but he's got a nice tie on. There's that a clip on?
No, it's I tied my own. So Jeff, you injured yourself recently. Broke some ribs for real.
I'll get to that, Joshy.
Okay.
I'm Jeff Oskey, comedian. We give you a lot of the news each week. We don't give you all the news, so I'm here to give you the news that we failed to mention.
Now, here's Jeff Oskey with what you failed to mention news.
Pew, 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 pew. So I've been out a lot this week. I thought my ribs were definitely broken. I've never felt this much pain in my life.
Yeah.
What I failed to mention, I went to the hospital yesterday, and they did x-rays. My ribs are not broken.
Oh.
According to the nurse practitioner, what I'm actually suffering from is being a big old puss.
She said that.
Yeah, her words, not mine, although it was a nurse practitioner, so I'll probably go back and get a second opinion from an actual male doctor. So,
boy, oh boy.
So, I crashed a wave runner, taking one of my son's friends on a ride. And that's how I hurt my ribs. And it was not lost on me. Some of our listeners mentioned that my last failed to mention segment had a joke about Vince Neil falling off stage and breaking his ribs.
Oh, yeah.
And what I failed to mention was I was surprised that all of the fat didn't do a better job of breaking his fall. More than a few Vince Neil fans told me that this was karma for me making fun of him. I will say this on Vince's behalf. My fat did a horrible job of breaking my fall as well. Oh, good God.
What were you diagnosed with then? Just soreness?
There's a word for it. It's like a swollen lung rib thing that's going on. They gave me some steroids and some opioids, and I'm good to go.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I heard that's going around among idiots who flew off of a Sea-Doo.
Yeah.
I learned my lesson. I'll keep it down to 30 miles an hour from here on out. Cruise ship. I don't know if you guys saw this. A cruise ship threesome led to an 80-person brawl aboard the ship. What you failed to mention, I'm most impressed that they could pull off a threesome in that tiny little room.
Yeah.
If you've been on the ship before.
Tiny.
Kalamazoo, Michigan is decriminalizing peeing in public. So POA, everyone. What you failed to mention, Kalamazoo parents, time to stop letting your kids jump and splash around in random puddles.
Oh, no.
No more jumping in the puddles, old Jimmy. A woman went to the hospital suffering from minor burns after her vibrator overheated.
Hi.
What you failed to mention, I'd hate to be your boyfriend. If a vibrator can't keep up, buddy, you got no chance. A 2-year-old was just accepted into the Genius Foundation Mensa. 2-year-old in Mensa. What you failed to mention, and why shouldn't she? She's already tying her shoes at a first grade level.
Oh,
wow. It's very bright.
I know, very impressive. I don't know if you guys saw this yesterday. Disney World descended into chaos as two families brawled in a huge Magic Kingdom fight.
That's awful.
What you failed to mention, Pat was released this morning to Jimmy on his own recognizance. So that's good to hear. Pat is out of the hooscow. I don't know if you guys saw this. Monkeypox is now a thing in the U.S. Monkeypox. What you failed to mention, signs you may have monkeypox and should be checked out. 1, a sudden craving for bananas. And 2, you've recently sexed a monkey.
Yeah, that might be.
That's a pretty good telltale.
You've made love to a monkey recently.
Intimate relations with a monkey.
This is going well. In case you didn't hear, we'll be in Des Moines tonight. Funny Bone, me and Josh. I'll be bringing this kind of heat to the mic tonight.
Are you going to stand up or do you have to sit down?
I'm going to stand up. Luckily, there won't be many laughs, so I shouldn't hurt too badly.
What a way to sell it.
A man visiting Cambodia contracted super gonorrhea after having sex with a prostitute with no condom. Well, you failed to mention, I get it, dude. You go on vacation, you want to get a little crazy. Like last vacation, while I did not have protectionless sex with a prostitute, I did try my first poke bowl.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's
based on the consistency, smell, and feel, I'm guessing it was a lot like having unprotected sex with a Cambodian prostitute.
That is a solid joke. You've had a poke bowl. That is very
delicious.
close.
A brewery in Texas has released a new hot dog water seltzer. What you failed to mention, see, even stupid ideas are bigger in Texas. This might get me killed. The mafia has dropped the ban on homosexuality. What you failed to mention, with all the kissing on the cheek, I'm surprised it took this long.
There's a lot of that.
I don't know if you have you seen this? Have you heard about this? A kitten was rescued from a vending machine. What you failed to mention, to free the helpless kitten, it only took the firefighters 12 minutes and 87 quarters. Oh, this is going well. Those were my ribs breaking. Orcas are at war with great white sharks and winning, having killed multiple great white sharks over the past few months. What you failed to mention, if this keeps up, they're going to be forced to change their names to average white sharks. Average white sharks.
They're not great anymore.
No.
Thanks for clarifying.
Yeah, that's right. QB Aaron Rodgers got a new tattoo. What you failed to mention, it's actually pretty cool. I figured it'd just be a picture of Danica Patrick with devil horns. Yeah, not a good breakup. And finally, thank God, it's like a Chilean miner seeing the light. A man clung to a soccer ball for 18 hours in the ocean before he was saved. What you failed to mention, unfortunately for the man, once back on shore, he was cited with a yellow card for illegal use of hands. I'm Jeff Oskey, and this has been the news that we failed to mention.
Failed to mention
Jeff Oskey.
Jeff goes to the same place to get his haircut as that Boris Johnson guy in the UK. Very messy. It'll be great on stage tonight with Mr. Oskey and Mr. Josh over there at Des Moines at the Funny Bone.
Yes.
We turn now to Christy Lee. She's at her post.
Body painting artists are gathered at the World Body Painting Festival in Austria this week. The 3-day festival features multiple competitions, stage shows, 40 live bands, multiple adventure zones, and, of course, a body painting expo.
That's an excuse to hang around a bunch of half-naked ladies.
There's a nude bar in Key West where you can go and get body painted upstairs.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that place is famous.
Yeah. They do a hell of a job, too. It's amazing work.
You ever had any body painting time?
I have not had it done, but I've witnessed it. I went to that bar, so I saw somebody getting painted.
I don't know if I can find it. I went, I remember when this body painting festival is last time.
Yeah.
And so, maybe I could find it. Someone had done they'd done a very classical looking portrait of a woman, but the top of her head, I'm trying to help you visualize it, was sort of at chest level.
Yeah.
And then it went down from there.
Oh, okay.
And it was painted on a woman. It was a thing of a woman, and she was naked, of course, because it was called Mona Lisa with a beard.
Sure, yeah. It's, I can't tell you if she's smiling or not, but what a goatee!
Really a full beard, really.
I had some body paint done once.
Did you really?
In my groin.
Yeah?
Would you like an elephant with a trunk?
They said, "What kind of color? What color do you want?" I said, "Just paint it larger, larger."
Yeah.
Paint it larger.
Time now.
What time it is, Tom? It's
time for what?
The Napa Big Deal of the Week, with over nearly 6,000 Napa Auto Parts stores and over 17,000 Napa Auto Care Centers. Napa, the fuel that helps drivers like you get up and go. What's the big deal this week, Tom?
Large.
I'm going to let you guys choose.
What's the big deal?
We've got some really good ones here. We had some dumb world records.
Very.
But a couple you guys loved.
I liked Cuphead.
One was the guy, Cuphead, who attached cans to his head just using the suction.
I'm sorry, Canhead.
I thought it was Canhead.
Sorry.
I didn't want to be that girl.
And a guy from Wisconsin, did he get 9 to stick?
Yeah.
For more than, it has to be more than 30 seconds or something.
9?
But they're all, imagine 9 heads stuck to his head at the can.
You mean 9 cans?
9 cans stuck to his head at the same time.
I once had 9 heads stuck to my can.
What?
It was
Oh, boy, that's
Wild
nice.
Friday.
Hey, that's Josh Arnold.
Larger.
Larger.
How about... I like this one, the guy that has the world record for memorizing playing cards while underwater.
No,
You did love
this was
this.
so stupid.
He goes underwater with a deck of cards that he's never seen before. They're in a specific order.
But he's seen cards before.
Yes, but when he emerges from the water, he has to take another deck of cards and put them in that exact order.
Yeah, no.
He did it in just a couple of minutes.
You know what? This is so awful. I'm voting for that to be the big deal.
It is really bad.
I'm with Chick.
How many things do you think you could memorize after while holding your breath for, say, a minute?
I don't know.
Why didn't he just hold his breath on the land? Why did he have to go in the water?
Exactly.
Proof.
Yeah, he's not breathing through his nose.
Well, you know he's not somehow breathing.
Well, you could clip it. No.
This guy.
You could do what,
Well,
Christy?
that would be stupid.
What could you do again, Christy? I didn't hear what you say.
You can clip his nose.
Okay, that's what I thought you said. Let's just move on.
What the hell's going on today?
The woman who scared away the bear with her teacher voice was kind of fun.
Yeah.
Let's see. How about this? An organization called Strip Chat, which is some kind of webcam thing, wanted to. I guess apparently the Yankees are auctioning off the patch on their uniforms.
The Yankees, Chick.
Yankee, my wanky.
Let's see. How about the guy who got in super shape by running on all fours like a dog for half an hour?
Oh,
every
that
day?
is so weird, too.
He's a good guy. He's such a good guy.
He gets all those treats.
He's a good boy.
The TikTok trend of using
Let's go for a ride.
one's own vaginal fluid as a perfume.
Oh, you mean vabbing?
Yeah, that seems like a terrible
Because the
idea.
pheromones.
Have you guys talked about the tortilla slap thing?
I'll slap you with a tortilla.
Have you seen that? That's the new TikTok thing. Have you seen it?
Yeah, Sally did it with the little girls. It's, you have water in your mouth, and then you slap your sister with a tortilla, and then the water gets everywhere.
Right.
It's basically like fancy waterboarding. It's not gonna, someone's going to get hurt.
All right.
Someone's going to get hurt.
Like south of the border waterboard.
I was hoping I could slap him with a tortilla. This one.
And then lastly, as a possible special story of the week, doctors are treating prolapsed anuses in human beings with sugar.
Yep.
Just sprinkling sugar on the old keister there.
I still say it's an underwater card memorizer. That's what I say.
Okay, well, that's our big deal of the week. The guy that can memorize cards underwater has the world record.
Yes, he does.
Chick, do you want to give me a little more?
That's right. And remember, at Napa, there are 6,000 Napa Auto Parts stores and over 17,000 Napa Auto Care Centers. Napa is the fuel that helps drivers like you get up and go, and that's the Napa Big Deal of the week.
Congratulations to Nelson Dellis of Miami, Florida, who has that Guinness record for the fastest time to arrange a deck of cards memorized underwater.
Right.
Bravo to you, sir.
Bravo to you.
Bravo, bravo.
This would be really handy if they had casinos in Atlantis.
Yeah?
Way down.
That's a terrible song.
Oh, I love that song.
Yeah. Oh.
The musical part, the whole story up front can go, but
What song?
It's the
Atlantis.
The Bee Gees.
In Atlantis.
No, it's
Donovan.
Donovan. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Little Mermaids.
Yeah, I thought they were talking about that too.
No, yeah, it's Donovan.
Wonderful songs in The Little Mermaid.
Now, we go back to Christy Lee at the news desk. What have you got over
A
there?
Florida woman was surprised to find an iguana in her toilet recently.
Was it there before she sat down?
Michelle Reynolds told WSVN.
Here we are with a TV show.
And after making herself some late-night popcorn, she went to use the bathroom, only to find an iguana splashing around in the toilet.
Hey, buddy.
The reptile was unable to find its way out of the commode, so she enlisted the help of Harold Rondon from Iguana Lifestyles.
Of the Rondon Surf Shop?
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, yeah.
Rondon said he removed a Mexican spiny-tail iguana from her toilet.
Yeah, that's
and
what
went on its way.
I got in there.
Was there any explanation of why there was an iguana in her
Well,
toilet?
there are iguanas all over Florida, Tom. He may have come in through the window. I don't know. He fell in.
Are they trying to access the water? Is it for a quick...
Maybe he was thirsty. Maybe he wanted a bath. I don't know.
So
Maybe
then
he's a fecophiliac.
I asked her, iguana go to the movies with me?
Oh, how'd she respond, Mr. Iguana?
She said no.
So here's my iguana story for the day. His friend, not a friend, this person on Twitter has an iguana and a pet, and they use it as a fly swatter.
What?
They just hold the iguana up and he eats all the flies.
Oh, okay. I thought they were throwing him by his tail.
No, they just hold him up and he just eats the flies that are just flying around their house.
That's cool.
It is
Sounds
really
like a lovely home.
Well, I mean, everybody has a fly. Can you see that, Tom?
Yeah, he doesn't care.
What is it?
He's checking.
What is it?
What is
An
it?
iguana, and they just hold him up and he just catches the flies.
You know, we've been talking about curse words all day and what grandfathers and grandmothers and parents might use in lieu of. Chick, you suggested, you suggested this is a catchphrase for me, sassafras.
Sassafras!
Well, this gentleman, Steven, says my girl uses sassafras as a code word for when she's horny.
Oh.
So she'll say, I'm feeling a little sassafras.
Really?
Yeah. And then he knows he can do things.
Dear Bob and Tom, my mom was fond of calling people turkey butts.
You turkey butt.
My dad used to say it's colder than a well digger's ass.
I love that. Yeah.
That's a familiar.
Also
My
have
my grandfather never cursed. He would call people dipsticks, and my dad used to say, "In a pig's ass."
Good delivery.
Yeah.
David writes, my grandpa would say, jumping Jesus on a pogo stick.
Good Lord.
That's great.
A lot of detail there.
I've heard jumping Jiminy Crickets.
Or jumping Jehoshaphat.
Oh, I haven't heard that.
Jesus on a pogo stick, the image of that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Hair flying.
Sure.
Just seems like an odd one. My grandpa would say, son of a buttermilk pancake. Writes Christopher. We're getting a ton of these. These are great. Send us more. Bob and Tom at bobandtom.com. Christy, what's coming up now?
Well, we have our history lesson, I hope. Or we can tell you about the snake story that we were teasing all morning long.
You can do it quick.
Oh, I can?
We'll do it when we come back.
Okay.
Right now, I want to remind you the best thing about summer, of course, is the food. Nothing better than a great summer meal. HelloFresh knows that. That's why they've created their special limited edition Taste of Summer. And what are they doing? Well, they've got some great summertime food that they know you're going to love. By the way, every week, 55 options. The most choices of any meal kit out there. And the way it works is the box arrives at your house and you've got something to put together. They've done the shopping. They've done the measuring. What am I talking about, Willie?
One of my favorites, the pork carnitas tacos with pickled onion and Monterey Jack. HelloFresh is going to send you 14 ingredients. You put those together in 6 easy steps. In just over a half hour, you have these delicious, colorful tacos you made at home with our friends at HelloFresh.
And they know at HelloFresh that the summer plans, everything's changing all the time. That's why they've got super flexibility with respect to the food, with respect to when it comes, if it comes that week. Check it all out by going to HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Why the BT Show 16? Well, that code will get you 16 free meals and 3 free gifts. Once again, the code is BT Show 16. 16 free meals across 7 boxes and 3 free gifts. HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. That's HelloFresh.com/BTShow16. Coming up, snakes and history. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
For a complete copy of the Bob and Tom Show contest rules, go to bobandtom.com/contest-rules. Or just scroll down to the bottom of the page and see contest rules. This is the Bob and Tom Show. things you hear on the Bob and Tom Show. Looking to buy a new car, but the looking part is getting old hat? Well, maybe you need to try shopping at Bob Bile Motors. Bob Bile Motors.
Hi. Just stop into Bob Bile Motors and I'll show you my take a test drive and I'll also let you see my
That's Bob Bile Motors.
And hey guys, during Bob Bile's Celebration Bonanza Days, if you buy a car from Bob Bile Motors, I'll not only show you my and my I'll let you in the and after that, you're in the
Is that even possible? It is at Bob Bile Motors. Bob Bile Motors. Why the hell shop anywhere else?
Somebody get me a towel.
Due to pending litigation, Bob Bile Motors is suspending free hot dog Fridays.
Bob and Tom.
5,
4, 3, 2, 1. They put the F in professional.
Coming up, things we learned on the Bob and Tom Show today with Chick McGee and a look at history on this July 22nd, 2022. Lots of twos in there. Tom Griswold, our history professor, and you. We're not done with you knuckleheads yet. You're not going anywhere. Sit down. At any rate, we're glad you're here with us. It's Bob and Tom 24/7, and we are not done. Stay tuned. More coming up.
Hi, everybody. Christy Lee with your Bob and Tom News. President Joe Biden says he's doing great after testing positive for COVID-19. The 79-year-old Biden is experiencing very mild symptoms, including a stuffy nose, fatigue, and cough. He's taking the antiviral drug designed to reduce severity of the disease. Biden fully vaccinated, and he shall isolate for 5 days, then will return to his usual activities after a negative test. Dangerously high temps have threatened much of the Northeast and Deep South as huge swaths of the country are sweltering. The heat wave could continue for days and send temperatures soaring in places like Boston, Little Rock, and Virginia Beach. The 100-degree-plus heat is expected to extend into the weekend. Officials urging you to seek shelter, drink lots of water, and check on elderly neighbors for signs of distress. And according to the FBI, there's no evidence of missing Teamster boss Jimmy Hoffa found during a search of land under a New Jersey bridge. Hoffa has been missing since 1975, when he was last seen in suburban Detroit. The decades-long mystery turned last year to land next to a former landfill under the Pulaski Skyway in Jersey City. The FBI conducted a search there early in June and found no sign of Hoffa. And that's your news. I'm Christy Lee. More of the Bob and Tom Show on the way.
Ladies and gentlemen, Bob and Tom.
Authorities in California are saying thieves stole millions of dollars worth of jewelry and gemstones from an unattended Brinks tractor trailer after the vehicle's two armed guards walked away, according to Los Angeles Sheriff's Sergeant.
Hey, we got millions of dollars. So yeah. A smoke break?
Number one, lock the door.
Oh, do we both go at the same time and leave the truck unguarded, or does
Good
one of us?
question.
Does one of us stay?
Yeah, but what if the Stuckies won't seat us until everybody in the party is there?
Bob and Tom in the morning and highlights all day long.
The Bob and Tom Show, weekday mornings at 6 a.m. Eastern on Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, this is Dr. Will Miller, and you're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7.
Hi, and good morning, and welcome to the Mr. Insinuation Show. The show, well, you know. Let's go to the phones and just go to the phones, huh? Good morning. You're on the program.
Hello, Mr. Insinuation.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I have a.
Got a.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's with my wife.
Okay.
And well,
she's not letting you.
You know.
Or she's not giving you.
Well, yeah. And
oh boy.
You know, I was wondering how long that would.
She's not doing the.
Yeah. And
Okay. Have you tried?
Yeah, we did that.
Okay, but have you tried this?
No, we haven't.
Okay.
Mr.
Now,
I.
have you followed? Now, if you tried that, follow it up with one of these.
Okay.
And then immediately after that, give it one of these.
Okay.
Don't forget that.
All right. Well, thank you for every.
That ought to get you.
Well, yeah, okay.
You know, okay.
All right.
Well, I see by the way we have a shortened show today. And thanks for calling today. And it's been the Mr. Insinuation Show. The show, you know.
Right.
Sure.
Fabulous program.
Hey, guy, it's Ken Tarmac. You're listening to Bob and Tom 24/7. Take that to the bank. 24/7. I know.
From Donnie Baker and the Pork Pistols. She gave a sign for the bedroom. And I knew it was gonna be my night, all right. And then I porked an angel. Right between her two wings. Then I porked an angel. Crash. Scanners is her last name.
Hi, man. This is Donnie Biker.
Up. How about that?
Welcome back to the Bob and Tom Show. Christy Lee at the news desk.
Hi.
There's Josh Arnold at the sidekick chair.
Yeah, what of it?
There's Ace Cosby, manning the track phone hotline hot phone. There's Willie Griswold.
Josh is in a mood today.
Isn't he? God, I'm Chick McGee, and there's Tom Griswold.
Hey, Krusty, I hear you're on stage tonight.
Crust?
Yeah, that's right.
Whatever.
Yes.
Des Moines, Iowa.
Very
It'll
much
be
looking forward to it.
Tonight and tomorrow. That's going to be Josh at the Funny Bone in Des Moines. Before we move on, ladies and gentlemen, I think Josh needs a little bit of mentoring in the world of comedy.
This is how it's done, buddy.
All right.
Ace Cosby, here he is with his joke of the day.
I just saw this. Police have confirmed that man who fell from the 15th floor of the nightclub was not a bouncer.
That was Ace Cosby's joke of the day.
You see, when he hit, you see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had to get him up with a spatula.
Not a bounce.
Didn't bounce.
Okay. We have Christy Lee at the news desk. What have we missed?
Oh, well, police in Pennsylvania rescued a man who was nearly strangled to death by a giant snake. The police officers discovered a 28-year-old man unconscious and in cardiac arrest, estimated to be over 15 feet long. The pet snake was wrapped around the man's neck.
Who needs a snake as a pet?
Authorities said no. Quote, one of the officers was able to shoot the snake in the head.
Oh, that's awful.
Without risking further injury to the man.
Good.
Once the snake was injured from the gunshot, officers were able to pull the male to safety. The victim was transported to an area hospital for treatment. No further details released about his condition. What about the snake?
Snake was just snaking. Can't get mad at us.
Yeah, you can. They're gross. Abominations, the snake.
If this guy lives, I bet he'll feed his next snake on time.
Yeah, for sure.
This happens all the time with these big ones.
You don't know about all
Every
the
day,
time.
at least 5 times.
Oh, yeah. People think,
just in the metro area.
Oh, it's always got some clever name.
Every 7 minutes, someone is eaten by a snake. People don't think about that. I'm telling you, it's the truth.
Jake never hurt anybody until he grabbed the baby. And
Jake the snake.
Jake the snake. Time now for Today in History.
Oh, wait a minute. What day is today?
July 22nd.
Give me time here. Give me time.
72222.
There we go. Here it is. I'm sorry.
222222. Deuce is wild today.
In 1796, Cleveland was founded by General Moses Cleveland.
Interesting.
Yeah, he wanted to call it Moses Land.
And wasn't there a misspelling in a newspaper is how the A got out of Cleveland and now it was CLEVE?
Oh, is that true? I
think so.
Could
yeah.
be. And he said at his opening ceremony for the city, he said, we will have one of the worst NFL teams in history after Frank Ryan leaves in the mid-'60s and the great Jim Brown leaves.
Very specific.
There'll be 50-plus years of mediocre football.
Like the soothsayer.
One of the teams had never been to the Super Bowl.
But
you want to know a fun fact about the word cleave?
Yes.
It's called the Janus word. To cleave, it has two definitions that are opposite of each other. Cleave means to separate and to bring together.
Oh, I'm falling asleep. Oh, my gosh. Boring.
Really help me.
Sorry.
Leave me in the head to wake me up. Let's see what else. Oh, this is a good one. Here's a good one.
Right.
He was so excited. Do you want to hear about this?
Like anyone cares.
Christy, you'll know this
You could read to me anytime.
This happened in 1934 to John Dillinger. What was it?
1934 to John Dillinger. He was shot.
Yes.
Outside that theater on
The
Lincoln Ave,
Biograph
right?
Theater in Chicago.
Thank you.
I know
Lady
everything
in
now.
Lady in Red.
Last meal popcorn.
Yeah, good for him. It's the best one.
Actually, this is something to research. When did they start giving people popcorn in movie or selling popcorn in movie theaters?
April 3rd, 1948.
No,
Before that-
has that always been a thing? Was that a
Before
thing?
that, it was turkey legs, if you could believe it,
It
or
was
not.
a turkey leg and squid.
That's
all you
it's a
could get.
legitimate question.
I'm looking it up. Keep talking.
More squid?
1991. Ace, this is for you. This man was captured by police. Jeffrey Dahmer. What was he famous for?
Eating people.
Eating, yes. Yeah.
Men.
Cannibal.
Yes, he was.
Oh,
caught,
yeah.
He was caught red-handed, but the red hand was not his. Yikes! Very, very sad. Do you see the movie about him, The Silence of the Cheeseheads? It's
Jeffrey Dahmer. Very sad.
Silence of the Cheeseheads.
Yeah.
he was from Wisconsin.
It's a big birthday today.
Big birthday. There's a bunch of big birthdays today.
Drummer?
A drummer.
No one's ever heard of.
Don Henley.
Very good, chick.
Nope. He doesn't celebrate a birthday. I stopped celebrating birthday. I might smile, so I'm not going to do it.
Don, born in 1947, and yet not a bald eagle yet. Nice head of hair, Don. I'm a big fan.
Time now for Things We Learned, brought to you by Napa Auto Parts.
Can I do one really good fun fact?
Hurry.
Happy birthday, Willem Dafoe.
Yes.
He made up the name, by the way. Willem is a fake name he gave himself. There was a full frontal nude scene in the movie Antichrist.
Yeah.
And the director, Lars von Trier, had to use a stand-in because, quote, Defoe's male member was confusingly large.
Good for him.
That's a quote.
Confusing.
Now that's why he sells gold.
Willem
No, that's William Devane.
Oh,
And in this case, Devane is big.
yeah. Apparently, popcorn became quite popular at movie theaters during the Great Depression because it was one of the few things people could afford to buy. So there you go.
Dillinger's last meal probably was popcorn.
Probably.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cleave means two different things. Pretty cool.
We did not talk today about the guy who was swallowed up by the sinkhole in Israel.
No, we
He
didn't.
was
In a
swimming.
swimming pool. That's
Yeah, it was
team
terrible.
building.
Thanks for not bringing that.
No, we would never talk about that.
Buddy walking around yelling, Marco, no response.
Doc Whiskey stopped by this morning with a Cadillac golf joke.
Yes, he
It
did.
was very exciting.
Mm-hmm. Good to see him.
I think of
I didn't know they had Cadillacs in the Old West. Well,
We still all of us still like Thunder Island by Jay
called
Ferguson.
artistic license.
I've said ass over tea kettle many times. It's something to do with your head flipping over.
Yep.
Willie says Tom's favorite curse word is GD, especially in the car. And
Can I read one more letter?
around the holidays.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Thomas writes, my dad uses, and I love these, ass hat,
Yes.
douche canoe. Can you say this last one, Christy?
I don't.
The second word is waffle.
Twat waffle?
Oh, that's okay? Yeah, and twat waffle. Okay, sorry, back to you.
Whoa.
And finally, Ace's dad left when he was born.
Have a great weekend, everybody.
Okay.
Make it a good one, folks.
Go out and make it a great weekend.
Yikes. Well, now how do we recover?
We leave.
I think we just leave.
Okay, thanks very much. We'll try more and try harder. This is the Bob and Tom Show.
Got a comment? Our email is bobandtom@bobandtom.com. More Bob and Tom next. State Law.